Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to 3Y TV. And tonight, it's the season finale for the OSCA Sportsman Series. And tonight, we are at Homestead Miami Speedway for the 3Y TV 235. Again, it all comes down to tonight. And joining along with me is Matt Bayuk and Carlos Acosta behind the scenes, getting stuff ready. He's been hard at work already tonight. Gotta give him an attaboy right off the bat. But first things first here, Matthew, we got a championship. We got a tight one between the four of Indelicato, who has a 1-point advantage over Damian Leininger. But right now, looking at the practice speeds, Damian has the early advantage, but sometimes you can't go off these practice speeds. There could be a little sandbagging involved.
Yeah, sandbagging, I mean, that could happen for sure. I've been watching both of them. Damian has been logging plenty of laps in the line he knows he's good at. I've seen Indelicato searching around, kind of. I know a lot of these guys just ran the finale at OSCA only a few months ago, so they're already fairly familiar with it, Damian included. So sandbagging maybe, but you know, once we get to qualifying race, we'll know what the 4 car's capable of. But you know, Damian's already up there second on the charts, just barely off first. It's not going to be a cakewalk for the 4 car. Damian's bringing it tonight.
Yeah, and well, I guess sandbagging maybe not the right term. Maybe experimenting, especially when you said Indelicato kind of searching for those different lines, and there's definitely here at Homestead Miami many different grooves that you can run. I've been kind of watching some of these drivers run that high line. In fact, one of the guys I've been seeing doing a lot of that is the guy on top of the leaderboard here in practice, Tate Lytle, on that number 15 Shift Esports, or that's SR2. I can't remember off the top of my head now. I was trying to do it. Is it which team is that?
S2.
S2. Okay, S2 Racing. I mean, they're all sister teams. They're all friends. They're all compadres there. And there you see the standings going into tonight. And again, another interesting development, Matt. Kian Raleigh missing his second straight race. He's basically, unless he shows up right about now, basically not going to be a factor for this championship. But definitely Cooper Johnson, Damian Leininger, Indelicato, all going to be in the mix. And maybe someone like Seth Rawls could play a little bit of a spoiler here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, Kian can still certainly show up in the waning moments of this session beforehand, but Kian's not one to wait this long. He's usually in the session pretty early on. So we probably won't be seeing him tonight. And of course, that doesn't have as much bearing on our championship fight. He would still be a factor, but he's not very close anymore. It does open up a lot of doors for guys around him and below him in points to pounce on that and move up in the points. So it's we got a 1-point battle for that championship lead, and of course beyond that 1-point battle, you still got some guys in the mix like Seth Rawls and Cooper Johnson who are within swinging range if something goes wrong for Nick or Damian. But the guys even further back in points, they've got plenty to race for. Nobody's going to be pulling over and letting people through tonight, I don't think.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun one to watch here tonight for sure. One last chance to get it done. And speaking of one last chance, there's the guy. Oh, boy. Dallas Myhand in his last race as a full-time league driver. It comes tonight, and hopefully Dallas can get a good send-off here tonight in the 3-wide TV 235. And Gutierrez, he was again. He's been showing that speed in practice here tonight. Top 5. He's right now the emotional support pick of Gilberto Javier Camara on top of the leaderboard early on in the going.
Kynan
Here practice
there with a purple sector, 3rd on the board for Kynan.
Not a bad lap there. Still a lot of cars yet to make their laps here. But yeah, Homestead here, generally seeing guys run on the top side. Now, I made a few laps when you join the session as a spectator. You can run a Phantom car, and on that bottom line, which we do see Johnny Eckert running in the 86 car here tonight. You run that bottom line, it can generally save you tires. Generally, you won't get that run off the corner as well. But man, that thing is loose coming out of turn 4. I can tell you that. As you see Johnny, watch up the track. That's probably about the perfect line if you're going to be running that bottom, if you can, if there's not a car on top. So this could be an interesting race indeed. And I'm going to predict turn 4 tonight, guys, is going to be Calamity Corner.
You know, I don't think that's a very far-fetched prediction. You're right about the line. The safe line for your tires and decently quick around the track does seem to be kind of maybe a lane and 3/4 to a lane and a quarter off the bottom. But yeah, off 4, no matter where you see as Westergreen making a return to the league tonight, got real squirrely off there, slid off of 4. That's off of 4 at Homestead. No matter whether you're on the top or the bottom or the middle, has always been treacherous, and especially so tonight. That hasn't gone anywhere. This track seems to be a little bit different every time we go here, but the one thing that always stays is turn 4 is a hazardous area.
Yeah, we'll see who can conquer it well tonight. Here we see Tate Lytle doing his best Kyle Larson impression, running right up against the wall. He was doing that all practice long. He had smoke coming up, debris coming up off the track. As you see, David Westergreen again making. Or no, that's Damian. The other red and white car, going for that championship here tonight. Right now, 9th on the leaderboard. He does have Nick Indelicato in 7th after the first lap, so that's going to be the battle, I think, for sure.
Tate
Definitely
Lytle's
keep
so
your
far
eyes on.
tracking for pole.
Oh, here we go.
Just seeing, I was just seeing his
I see his little
second
purple.
time down there, and Damien so far has improved on that 9th place. Oh, it looks like there might have been a bit of a tragedy coming off the corner. He did not improve.
He did not improve. And Tate Lytle does go to the
top of the board.
Of the leaderboard. Put him up. Tate Lytle. Now, speaking of, we were talking to Tate. You know, he was not gonna support us in our eggnog drinking challenge, but hey, Matt, we got some eggnog here tonight.
We do
for the season finale. You know, we're getting in the holiday spirit, and you got some, I got some. I hear some other drivers. I hear Conrad's gonna be joining us, and Adam Peeler, who currently sits 20th on the leaderboard, is driving with a little bit of a handicap, running in a dinosaur suit here tonight. So that's
I wonder why he's doing that.
yeah. Maybe a so nice league owner. Oh, he just said he doesn't want anyone to beat him in a T-Rex costume. That would not be good.
Oh.
If somebody loses, they lost to a person in a T-Rex costume.
Yeah, that's true. Anyone Peeler fished ahead of, he has those bragging rights for forever.
Well, we may not be picking him, but is it time for picks?
It's time for picks. We did see you have an 8-point advantage. I believe Carlos is somewhere in there, but Carlos, you get to take it away. You lead it off.
I sure do, and boy, let me tell you something. Homestead is a very special track for me. You know why it's a special track for me? Because this is a track where I committed the ultimate crime, and the thing that has caused me to have a penance for the rest of my life, and that penance is choosing Cameron Rich. And so I have to choose Cameron Rich because I costed Cameron Rich a championship here multiple years ago in the 3-Wide Racing League.
Ooh.
Oh man, boy, early in the race, I took it easy and I got loose exiting the corner somehow, and I took Cameron Rich, one of the championship 4 drivers, out. And boy, am I serving that penance till this day. So that's my pick, Cameron Rich.
Cameron Rich, and he's in the number 44 Do Good Chevrolet. So I can tell you that's a good solid pick there. And I'm gonna go with the 15 car pole sitter of Tate Lytle. Had to do it.
Hey, you got points to make up. I don't blame you. I would have picked him. He looked stout up there at the top. Now I'm gonna be straight up and I'm gonna be honest with you. He may not be the quickest right now, but qualifying in 9th place, that's just not like him. He's going to be good in the race, and I'm going to pick the guy that's gunning for a championship. I think Nick Indelicato will move up the ranks and maybe help me defend my points lead here.
It's going to be an interesting one to see. We're about to find out. We'll go through the starting lineup for the 3Y TV 235. And again, on the pole in that number 15 S2 Racing Team Ford from Lakeview, Oregon, it's Tate Lytle. And on the outside of the front row, in the number 18 In-Law Racing Chevrolet out of Virginia Beach, Virginia, it's DJ Weeks.
Starting in third place on the inside of row 2, currently 5th in the standings, driving the number 25 Shift Esports Mustang. It's the Rocket Man, Seth Rawls, hailing from Peabody, Massachusetts. To his outside is Cooper Johnson, who is currently 3rd in points, and the number 91 Beers Motorsports Toyota from South St. Paul, Minnesota.
All right, in the third row, in that number 16 Nurse Aviator Racing Chevrolet out of Kansas, it's Chris Gutierrez, and alongside him in the 03 Mountain Type Motorsports Chevrolet out of Denison, Texas, it's Dylan D. Thomas.
Starting in the 7th spot today, driving the 00 Weekend Woodsman Chevrolet from Canada is Caden Tufts, the youngest driver in our league. And then to his outside, an OSCA League legend, the guy who leads virtually every statistical category, coming back in his league iconic number 86 Chevrolet from Long Island, New York for in-law racing. It's Johnny Eckert.
Looks like he's running one of those old Winston Cup memorial schemes last year in 2003. Anyway, starting
cool.
Yeah, I do like it. Starting in 9th, the guy going for the championship. Today, he's trying to be the new Johnny Eckert 2.0 in the number 4 car for Shift Esports out of Syracuse, New York. It's Nick Indelicato, and alongside him in the number 6, Wall-E Racing Ford out of Princeton, North Carolina, it's me fine, Zach Evans.
Starting the 11th spot, just behind Nick Indelicato, the man 1 point behind him, or his main title contender tonight, Damian Leininger in the number 12 South Shore Racing Chevrolet from Bakersfield, California. To his outside is rookie Ty McIntosh, finishing up his rookie campaign in the number 10 SG Racing Team Ford Mustang from Asheville, North Carolina.
And starting on the inside of row number 7 in the number 11 Shift Esports Ford out of Alberta, Canada, it's Nathaniel Wild Cherry. And alongside him in that number 99 S2 Racing Team Ford out of Worcester, Massachusetts, it's the emotional support pick, Gilberto Javier Gomera.
Back up into row 8 now, in the number 80 Wally Racing Ford Mustang from Charleston, South Carolina, starting in the 15th position. It's Ray Bracey. To his outside in the 16th starting position in the number 73 In-Law Racing Chevrolet. From Australia, it's one of OSCA's veterans, Kynan Jones, or the Landshark.
The Landshark. Starting on the inside of row number 9, in the number 89 Mountain Type Motorsports Chevrolet out of Dorr, Michigan, it's Brent Jones. And alongside him on the outside, making his return to the OSCA series, pretend there's a 1 in front of that 9, in the 19 on the scorecard for South Shore Racing in a Chevrolet from Illinois, it's David Westergreen.
Starting in the 19th position, driving the number 26 Shift Esports Mustang from Struthers, Ohio, donning a special paint scheme to celebrate his sim racing career going to a close full-time, one of the founders of the league, it's Dallas Myhand. And to his outside is the man nobody wants to lose to tonight. It's the man racing in a freaking dinosaur costume.
There you see it.
The number 13 Nurse Aviator Racing Chevrolet from South Carolina, Adam Dinosaur Peeler.
Rawr. On the inside of row number 11 in the number 96 South Shore Racing Chevrolet out of the dirty side of South Bend, Indiana, it's Adam Tepe. And on the outside of him in the number 44 Do Good Motorsports Chevrolet from Yorktown, Virginia, it's Cameron Rich.
Starting from Rich, coming all the way back. These guys have not set lap times. Number 71, 3-pedal Mafia Toyota from New Jersey. It's David Carpenter. To his outside, and the number 14, Weekend Woodsman Chevrolet from Wyoming. It's Alex Kenton.
And 25th position in the number 39 Mountain Type Motorsports Chevrolet from Thomasville, North Carolina. It's Jordan Tarble. And on the outside of him in the number 5 Weekend Woodsman Chevrolet from Rochester, Pennsylvania, it's Cody Mr. McLean.
Rounding out the back of the field here in row number 14 in the starting in the 27th position. And the number 35 Weekend Woodsman Chevrolet from Ohio, it's Timothy Conrad, who he is joining us for some eggnog post-race, isn't he?
Ooh, yes.
Looking forward to it. And rounding out the caboose of the field in the number 81 Nurse Aviator Racing Chevrolet from Brooklyn, New York, it's Rasheed Coles.
All right, and there is your starting lineup here for the half number 1, 45 laps, no invert tonight for the 3Y TV 235. Should get the 1 to go here, maybe? Did we time that out right? Did we do good?
I don't see any lights on the pace truck. I think we did
Yeah.
pretty good.
Also, it's 135, not 235.
Oh, our bad.
You told me it was
Hey, it's-
135.
Drivers. I don't think the
I
drivers
told you it
wanted
was 135. Why does the graphic say 235?
Eggnog.
Uh-oh.
Don't worry about it.
It's the eggnog. I've
Remember
already-
that? Remember that time when you thought the leader was on the outside or the inside?
Oh, that was just eggnog.
Yeah, it was just eggnog.
That was just
It's
the
all-
eggnog. again.
Yep, eggnog. Yep. So all right, you have the front row again. Tate Lytle, DJ Weeks will lead this off in about a half a lap. But right now, DJ Weeks is going to start on that outside as iRacing dictates. Again, lane choice after the initial start. So Tate Lytle's going to want to get a good jump to get on that high side. We've seen him fast there in qualifying. He's been doing it all night in practice. Again, there's Seth Rawls there in that second row. He's still got an outside shot at the championship. We'll see how it all unfolds here coming up as the pace car is going to get ready to duck down pit road momentarily. Here we
I'm
go.
excited.
Yeah, let's do this. Pace truck is off. Green flag is out. Here we go in the finale here in the 2022B OSCA Sportsman Series at Homestead. And Tate's going to get that advantage going down into turn 1. He's going to clear DJ Weeks. Oh, yeah, we're pottying here now, boys. Yeah.
You've seen a lot of guys get a little bit unsettled early on. The cold tires are a factor here at Homestead, although if you thought 1 and 2, they looked unsettled as they come off of 4. Here's going to be the real trouble spot right here. This lap, this corner is probably going to be the scariest thing as they're 3 wide already for that 4th spot. It looks like as we wash up, everybody's going to hang on to it just fine. Everybody minding their P's and Q's here early on, except for DJ Weeks, who got a brush with the wall.
Yeah, we see. I believe that's a new updated graphic thing. We see the smoke flying down the backstretch there. That was kind of cool. I think one of their latest updates. Just noticed that tonight, at least on my end. But yeah, these guys are not gonna want to have too much beans coming out of the corner here tonight, as Carlos always says, as it's gonna be treacherous on these corners. But now we do see Tate right now running that bottom side, so having that lead. We've seen him hook up on that top side, but maybe as far as managing these tires early on in the going, that bottom side might be play favorable for him.
For sure, for sure, and especially it's wonderful if you have the lead. You can pretty much pick whatever line you want, and you don't really have to defend if you don't want to. But if you choose to defend, this is a very good track to defend at. You get to pick from multiple lanes, and you get to combat whatever your opponent throws at you. But while you're out in that lead, you can just manage your stuff, manage the gap, and while everybody else burns it up trying to catch you, you're chilling out up there, and you've got tires.
Yeah, and that's going to be the big factor for those guys in the lead. That's why we might see, I believe, a fuel run here is you can maybe stretch it to 40 in that range, but it's around 38 to 40 laps on fuel. So if we do go green, more than likely, unless you're maybe Johnny Eckert, these guys will have to make a pit stop. But yeah, so that could play a big factor, saving those tires before we do get on the pit stops. Or even if somehow someone does stretch it, you do want to save those tires till the end anyway. But as we go here, I just love watching these cars, though. I just sidebar here, watching these 3 wide, 3 different lanes. You see these guys running here tonight. NASCAR needs to get back at Homestead for the finale.
I've always thought the same thing. I mean, Phoenix is a wonderful venue for the fans, and I've heard the fan experience is better than just about anything you'll find in NASCAR. But man, just NASCAR finales at Homestead, they hit different, and it's such a fun track with so many different ways you can drive it. And I was hearing drivers talk about it. The car in particular today, it feels really nice. You can put it wherever you want. It'll stick. You got to wheel it off the corners, but it turns really well. And we've already seen a lot of good racing. And still, if you look throughout the field, there's a lot of positions to be fought over. There's guys side by side up and down the straight.
Yeah, and the big battle that we're watching into, again, that points lead, a 1-point advantage for Nick Indelicato, currently sitting in the 6th spot. He's up 2 spots. Damian only up 2 spots from, when did he start 11th? Is that right?
11th. They started 9th and 11th.
9th and 11th. And but Damian only up 2 spots, currently sitting in the 9th position. So he's got some work to do. But again, early on in the going, got to save those tires. try to see if he can work his way up through the field. Because I think that could be definitely, you know, so far both these title contenders are doing a great job. You do have Cooper Johnson, who's mathematically in it as well. Currently, I believe was 17 points back coming into tonight. He's in that 5th position, but you don't want to get too greedy and overdrive the car, burn your stuff up, and then fall back. That could unravel relatively quickly.
No, and
Those-
you know, what is that? What the heck is that? Let's talk about this first. Carlos just drawing little sparklies, or those are arrows around it.
Is that an album, or is he part of a book club maybe?
It might look like an album.
That looks like an old LP.
No,
Maybe like
got
a new LP.
We've got a pass for second here. Seth Rawls was charging hard, really going after Tate Lytle. He got pretty close, but he might have burned it up a little bit too soon. He's lost the position now to Chris Gutierrez, and he's got Caden Tufts under him. Seth Rawls in one of those long shots to win the championship, a good half's worth of points out, losing spots early here, but you know, I don't blame him for the approach. Go hard early, try to get what you can, and nonetheless, he's still up in the top 5. And if you know anything about motorsport, if you're just around the front, you are totally suspect to take advantage of anything that happens.
Yes.
Ho.
Look,
Oh,
in the
Santa
wall.
here?
But look at Zach Evans. Me fine. He's Santa Claus here tonight. He's even got the white gloves.
Oh my lord, I love it.
Oh man, this is awesome.
You know this. Go ahead. Yeah.
Oh, I was just saying the only thing he's missing is the eggnog.
Yeah. This touches me because what I do, I work in a very high grade professional line of work. When I'm not in class, when I'm not in here, I deliver pizza. And, I do it in a Santa hat in December. So I see the Santa hat on him, and I'm like, yeah. I walk up to the door, and kids are like, "Oh, he's wearing a Santa hat." And I'm like, yes. Everybody loves me. I'm wearing a Santa hat. So I see Zach Evans, and that's a weird Santa hat.
Who is this?
That's
Oh, is this Dallas?
Oh, you know, I'm sorry. I thought you were making a joke. Yeah, no, that's Dallas. That is Dallas. Dallas. For those who don't know, Dallas has been racing iRacing with a VR for a very long time, and it's an interesting decision. But he's transitioned quite well. He does it well.
Does he have a box of Snickers there as well?
It's not him when he's not. That's how he does it, man.
At first, I thought, you know, Dallas was RoboCop here, but no, he's got the VR set up. That's pretty fancy there. But
guys, that's an HP.
Oh, do you?
Oh, what? What is it? HP
make that? Oh, I didn't know HP made VR headsets.
Either did I.
It might be a Windows mixed reality headset, which I've used before. It's the same thing.
Are they pretty nice? I don't know much about
the one
VR.
I had was very cheap. This one actually looks like a good one.
Yeah.
I will say we have some on-track developments. Nick Delicato has conceded a position to Eckert, and Delicato has now dropped back quite a bit off that lead pack. I don't know if it's for lack of speed or really just taking care of the tires, but Dylan Thomas is pressuring him for 7th, and Damian Leininger is right behind him.
Oh, guys!
Battle there. What, do we have another? Who is this?
Timothy Conrad. Look at he's got the Weekend Woodsman man himself. He's got the Miller Lite stacked up in the corner as well.
So you pointed to that deer. It is a 9-point, in case you were curious.
Oh, 9-point. Okay.
Oh, this is a real deer.
It's real deer. He killed it.
A deer. A female deer.
Like
it's
a 9-point.
It's a buck. It's the opposite of a doe, but you know.
Oh, I see. Also, check out that stash.
Oh man, I'm a little jealous.
You think those are all from tonight?
I'm a little jealous by just the stack of
look what he's looking at. There. Look at this.
Oh my goodness, boy. he's got a gaggle of cars.
No!
Don't hit Peeler. He's in a dinosaur.
Oh, he hit Peeler again.
Dinosaurs are about to go extinct.
Oh, he hung on to it. That is probably the best driving you'd ever see by anyone on iRacing ever. He didn't lose it. He is wearing a dinosaur costume. This is what iRacing's all about.
Dinosaurs almost went extinct.
yes, they did.
That spread the heck out of the back half of the field. Everybody's quite spread out now.
Yeah, it's everyone's trying to get in their groove. Everyone's kind of, again, you see a couple guys venture out to that high line. You see Conrad there also run that high line, but for the most part, these guys going to the bottom on this longer run, try to save those tires. Generally, that's where again it will be. Tires will be saved. Ooh, what?
And I'm saying I'm seeing it. I'm starting to see it. These guys, it's starting to get bad off the corners. From the guy running second, Chris Gutierrez, to the guys running 13th, 14th, 20th, everywhere on the track, guys are starting to get a little loose off 4. More and more, those tires are going away.
So even thinking, I don't want to jinx this, but you know, generally Homestead can be a track where we could see these long green flag runs. But the way this car is handling out there tonight, if you do get a little too eager on the throttle, maybe relax a little bit too much, that car could be going around in a hurry.
Yeah, speaking of going around in a hurry, Seth Rawls had a huge moment there. Started that lap in 3rd place. He's dropping all the way down to 5th and now 6th. That car is really, really evil on him right now. He's sliding it going into the corners. On the flip side of that, Nick and Delicado, I can say it appears his tires are starting to come around. Maybe he was saving. He is slowly inching towards this front pack, although all he really needs to worry about is staying ahead of that 12 car, barring nothing else happens to either of them. You know, Cooper Johnson and Seth Ross still running up here in the top 5, but their points gap is too big to matter so long as Delicado runs top 10.
Yeah, right now, I think the big battle to watch is that 4 and 12 car. Only Dylan Thomas separating the two. And I wonder if even Damian, you know, generally I think we always talk about him being that hard-charging, aggressive style driver. But right now, it does seem like just since the drop of the green flag, it looks like even Damian trying to set himself up for that long game. And it seems like he's just kind of biding his time and waiting for the track to come to him.
Yep, and that's not a bad strategy. You know, he doesn't have to do anything crazy or wild. He's only 1 point behind Nick and Delicado. They might as well be even. You know, it's definitely a situation where you can be patient. He can absolutely be patient here. Now, if Delicado finishes too many spots ahead of him, then he puts himself in a hole. But he doesn't have to do anything rash. And speaking of aggressive, oh my goodness, Caden Tufts just he drifted. He absolutely drifted that one.
Yeah, he had the nose pointed towards that 4 car in the middle of 1 and 2. A nervous moment, D, but Delicado will gain another position. So I'll have 2 cars separated between him and Damian. But even if, say, if the race ended right now, you know, Damian would lose 2 points. And still going in half number 2, he'd be 3 points back. So, you know, for Damian, he can't get too eager to jump the gun, try to make these aggressive passes, because, you know, 3 points, it's not quite as good as 1, obviously, but definitely something that I guess a deficit that can be overcome in half number 2 even.
I can tell you, he's decided it's go time. He saw the double zero get past by Delicado. Now he's making his move to go around Dylan Thomas. It doesn't look like Dylan's going to fight it all that much. Damian certainly seems like he's got more grip, and he's going to make quick work maybe of Caden Tufts here too. So that 12 car, Damian, I'm used to seeing way more aggression out of Damian, but he's been very, very patient here, and it's paying off for him. Ran 8th pretty much that whole time, and right now he's making the pass for 6th even, and at the rate Seth Rawls is dropping off, they'll get Seth Rawls here soon too.
Yeah, it's a new change championship Damian going for it, as Delicado does get by his teammate Seth Rawls. And you got to wonder, will Seth Rawls race that 12 car any different, any harder? Will he put up more of a fight if he can to try to get that 12 car to burn up a little bit of tires? Right now, again, 1 car separating those 2 guys. But one guy I've been on the watch for is that 44 car of Cameron Rich. He's running that do good horsepower tonight, so I know personally he's got a good pony under him. I made sure of it.
He was just making the pass on Nathaniel Cherry a lap ago, and here he's getting a twofer here. Yeah,
he's going for twofer, and you know, I'm watching him though. You know, we gave him a good pony back at the shop, but how's he gonna make those tires last?
I don't know what kind. Oh, Seth Rawls grabbing the wall there.
Damian gets around.
Yeah, Cameron Rich will follow him too. Cameron Rich might pass both of our championship contenders here. I'm seeing some pretty absurd long run speed out of that 44 car right now. He ran just as fast a lap as either Nick or Damian did while making the 3-wide pass.
Yeah, he is going for it, and I hear the 91 car pitting with 23 laps to go. So yeah, doing some strategy moves here. So we'll see the 91 hit pit road, and we'll see if there's any copycat moves. It looks like a pretty good entry there for the 91.
Yeah, Caden Tufts is following him on. I think that's Zach Evans.
I thought maybe Conrad was going to pit just so he can grab a beer.
I've honestly mixed up Zach, Conrad and Tufts multiple times.
Yeah,
Like,
their cars do look pretty similar out there.
I just see bright blue cars. I'm like, yeah, it's Timothy Tufts, Conrad. You know, yeah.
Yeah, those guys. As we
We got
see,
Gutierrez.
Gutierrez.
Oh! Chris Gutierrez has just missed pit road from the second spot. He tried
Oh
to get
no!
into speed. He drifted it. His other option was probably going to be clobbering the tire barriers, but that is huge for him. He was having a really good run. It's not game over for him. He'll still be up towards the front, but he was in the tire tracks at Tate Lytle for most of that.
Yeah, and he's gonna drop back. Cameron Rich now getting by. Let's see if he can get down pit road this time by. But again, a guy who's been really showing that speed. He's looking to try to get that in a half or in a ninth here. See, this time he gets better.
And then
does
on
a better
top
job.
of the green there.
See that
this
replay.
Is the first attempt. Yeah, he just came in a little bit too late and was carrying too much speed.
Yep, I think if he would have tried, the risk versus the reward of getting down pit road would have been a little bit too lopsided there.
I think he made the right decision for the well-being of his race.
Yeah, especially he'll still be within the top 10, and you know, again, he'll have half number 2 to try to get back up into that second position here. You see Dallas Mahan making one of his last green flag pit stops as a full-time league racer.
Oh, we've got a spin off 4!
Oh,
it's
no!
Starting to the outside
Caution!
Wall. That.
Oh, Bracey!
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh, it was those cold tires off turn 4. Seth was trying to move around slower cars, and man, he overcorrected it. He got really sideways and overcorrected it.
So just about any chance Rawls had at a championship goes up, and Smoke tries to stay off his teammate. Carpenter.
I don't think there's anything Ray Bracey could do either.
Oh no, just came down last minute. Oh man, I think that was a surprise. Like you said, he's cold tires. You kind of forget how hard you can charge, and oh
man, I mean that is that jumps that let loose quick.
There's not any of those 4 tires were not gripping the way they should have. And good job, stay off his teammate. Did Carpenter get him? Just a little bit.
He didn't get that bad. And I was thinking, I was pretty sure it was his teammate. He was definitely thinking about his teammate. He clobber his teammate or clobber the wall, and either way, he's wrecking. He's kaput at that point.
And just unfortunate for Ray Bracey getting involved in that wreck as well. Again, just nowhere to go, and it did look like Rawls had everything locked down.
So a lot of the field was a lap down there. We get laps back here in OSCA.
Yep.
But a lot of guys stay out there. A lot of guys did not come down. I mean, Tate Lytle, Eckert, Rich, Westergreen had not. Excuse me. Had not come down pit road at that point. Here they come now.
I believe the top 10 able to stayed out, and Gutierrez, that might have played out okay for him. He's actually the first car in the 11th spot. I mean, he is a lap down. He'll have to get his lap back. But he was the first car out of the cars that did come down pit road, I believe.
It's not going to work out as good for Indelicato or Leininger. They're going to lose a good bit of track position on this because there were a good 4 or 5 or 6 cars that were behind them already that were on that strategy of staying out longer that are now going to be ahead of them. So the 4 and the 12 will be restarting right on top of each other, and they're going to have to be battling each other working through traffic here because, we are in the later stages of this race now. If you're coming to pit road at this point,
we have a guest.
Probably not for a good reason. We have a guest. Who's our guest?
Oh, it's Seth Rawls.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, we'll bring him up. We'll get his. Wait. Oh no, I'm in the wrong one. Hold on. Why is there more? It feels like there's more options. I'm getting old.
It's the eggnog.
It is the eggnog. Hey, you know what, Seth? Do I need to drink eggnog in honor of your race?
Yeah, that was a tough one, guys. Oh, that one sucked.
Yeah. That was a tough hit. It looked like just new tires, getting that cold tires, getting that lack of grip, and just got away from you.
Yeah, I think I switched the lanes a little too late, and I kind of run over the seam. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, I feel like I was really fast tonight. Just threw it away on that one, but there's another race, so it's good. But that was tough. That caught me by surprise.
Yeah, and it certainly did. At least you did a good job. We were watching Nathaniel Cherry right below your teammate was able to stay off him, but had to sacrifice your own car in the with that move. But at least you didn't take out 2 of your cars.
Yeah, that was good.
That was good. So I got to ask you, do you have eggnog at your house?
I do not. I tried it for the first time on Nope. Yes, yesterday.
Did you like it?
They put peppermint in theirs.
Oh,
that was your mistake there.
Yeah, I didn't like the peppermint. It threw me off. The aromas from that was nauseating.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So, well,
I think that's fair. Well, for that, for you joining us in the infield care center, I'm going in the fridge right now, grabbing my eggnog, and we'll have a little hit of the eggnog and onto your half number 1 and onto a better half number 2.
They call it a hit of eggnog.
I don't know. I didn't know what to call it.
It's the eggnog talking.
I'm drinking straight out of the bottle, so yeah.
Oh, is there alcohol in it?
Mm-hmm.
Eggnog is.
Yep, I got it with rum. Yeah, it's not bad.
Got it with rum, bourbon.
I was at a college event last night, and there was no alcohol in it.
Oh well.
Bring your own stuff and spike it.
That's illegal.
That's illegal. I have Mother's original eggnog, so or holiday nog.
Starting this lap?
I think so.
Oh, and they're all single file.
Yeah. No, they're doubled up. Well, any shout-outs you want to give there before?
Hopefully I'll be back here on a podium finish, so I'll save it. But launch partners, go check them out. Thank you. Bye.
Seth.
Goody,
he's gone.
Are you sure you're not seeing double? Because everybody from 10th on back is single file. How much have you had to drink?
Okay, they got waved around.
Oh, the wave around. Yeah.
So you know what? I take it back. You're not stupid.
Okay.
See, we're both stupid, which everyone knew that.
It's the eggnog.
15 laps to go. Coming to 14. Green flag is out. Tate Lytle gets a good jump over Johnny Eckert on the outside. Again, now everyone on fresh tires in the top 10. And that battle for the championship. Oh! Cameron Rich sideways.
He's gonna save it. He saves it.
Dirt tracking, baby.
And I was going to say, before Cameron Rich gave us all a scare, the 4-car Carbon Delicato shot it 3 wide, and Damien's trying to follow him through. They're both passing as many cars as they can. It's going to get really scary here. The 4-car bobbles, slides up a little bit. He's okay, and it looks like everybody else is going to be fine, too, coming off 4. This is the trouble spot. It looks like we're fine for now.
Yeah, still 3 wide there. We look ahead of Zach Evans. That battle, 3 wide. I think Gutierrez blinking on the bottom. He's trying to work his way back up.
Toughs in the wall. He sent it in too hard.
He's going to fall all the way back, almost out of the top 20.
Is no one talking about this cool new setup?
Oh, you've got the face cam in the bottom right.
I worked hard on this.
Wait, no, this is fantastic.
This is fantastic. This is awesome.
So when we talk about a guy's face cam for 2 minutes and then cut back and there's a 10-car pileup, we'll know exactly what happened. We don't have to worry about it.
Hey, yeah, it works out perfect. But right now, you know, it's weird. I'm just looking at the left since we do have all this.
Oh, Ty's doing it. The tongue out. Oh, he was.
We saw it. We were looking for it.
I was gonna see. He's gonna hit the wall because he did his tongue out.
Right now.
Look, he's smiling. He knows we're watching. Wave. Ty, wave if you can hear us.
He's in the middle of the corner. I don't know.
Yeah. Give us a little head nod.
Maybe on the street.
Give us a little eggnog.
A little.
I guess he can't hear us.
Shot. Yeah, that's fair.
You know, there's this guy.
He might wave.
He might. So in the 100% Cup Series league that I race, I have Cameron Stone's in-car camera. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the name Cameron Stone, but sometimes during cautions or during pit stops, I'll switch to his camera because I know he's gonna slip up. And sure enough, on the last race of the season, he hit a big fat vape in front of the webcam. It was hilarious because I finally caught him doing it.
Oh man, that's perfect.
I bet you right now Ty is hiding his vape, knowing he's on camera.
Is he even old enough to vape?
I don't know.
I think he is. He actually, his birthday was recently. He just turned 20.
Oh, nice. Congratulations, Ty.
I thought it was 21.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's 21. I don't know if he vapes or not.
Back
Well,
in my
okay,
day,
listen, guys, he doesn't vape.
smoking when you're 4.
There's 10 laps to go.
Yeah, we do got 10 laps to go.
And,
And,
go. I think you're going to say the same thing.
I was just going to say Tate Lytle right
contact! Contact! And Delicato and Ken get together! That's huge! Damien's going to go right on by!
now. Oh, 3 wide. This is the battle for the championship right now. As they are on the racetrack, they are dead even in the points. So this is the race within the race. Tate Lytle does have a 1/4 second advantage over Johnny Eckert for the lead, but here now we see it looks like Indelicato right now is driving hard. Oh!
Track! He was side by side trying to get that position from Alex Ketton for 3 laps in a row, and finally, I don't know if either of them came up.
You all ready for
they
this?
just got together.
Oh, here's
Yeah, here it is. Here's the contact you'll see going into the corner. Ooh. Oh.
Ketton coming down, maybe not quite.
And Delicato's underlining her. Hope we're still live. So, yeah.
There we are. We're
Huge
multicam.
battle right there.
And see if we can see a crossover move. Damien trying to get right on the back bumper of that 4 car with just 8 laps to go. It looked like there was a car sideways. I think they saved it, but there was some tire smoke right behind this group here. 7 laps to go here in half number 1.
I haven't seen the 12 or the 4 car get that sideways the entire time so far, but once they got near each other and knew that point was on the line, they floored it. I mean, they went for it.
Yeah, they went for it. Damien had him for just a moment, but see if Damien can save his stuff, make one final charge here in the final 6 and about a 1/4 lap. See if he can make it up. As actually, if we maybe pan to the lead right now, I think Johnny Eckert's closing in on that 15 car as we speak.
Got a whole battle for the lead here.
Yeah, Cameron Rich is right up there as well. This could be a three horse race for that lead.
Yeah, I'm going to try and keep tabs on both the best I can, although I think Johnny Eckert, this is the closest he's gotten to the lead so far. He had to work his way up through the field starting 8th. Cameron Rich starting 22nd. I'd say the 3 fastest cars today have finally risen to the top. And shout outs to David Westergreen, too, here in the OSCA car, running in 4th position. Started 18th, has very quietly and patiently and methodically moved his way up the field. And he actually completes a top 4 of non-chasers today.
Yeah, I was going to say that earlier. Yeah, the top 4 right now, non-chase offers. Is that our correct term for it? Maybe.
Yeah. We
Let's
say
go
chase
with it.
offers if we can. I forget it all the time, but
I did too until just now. But Kynan Jones right now leading the chase offers in that number 73 Chevrolet. And this battle right now, I think not quite a battle right now. It looks like Indelicato does have that advantage over Damian Leininger. Just a couple of car lengths. So, seeing this, I'm assuming we're probably under the lights here at half number 2.
yeah.
Does Damian, the speed-wise, he might know he's just a tick off of that 4 car here in half number 1. Does he try different pit strategies to make up, which will now more than likely be 2 points in half number 2?
That's so difficult to say. I mean, if it's like 8 or 9 or 10 points and you only got 1 half to make all that up, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you're not going to beat Nick and Delicato on the track, but they have been quite evenly matched. Both of them have been very patient today. Maybe not quite fast enough to run up and dominate, but definitely up in the mix here. I don't think either of them are faster than the other to really outrun each other just on speed alone. So, maybe Damian can risk it in short pit. Now, obviously, the risk with short pitting, you've got guys on fresh tires who are loose for fresh tires, passing guys on old tires who are loose because of old tires, and you risk a caution coming out and ruining your race. But, with the way they've been running, they're pretty equally matched. I think definitely, if I'm Damian, if the opportunity presents itself, try something. Pit a couple laps early, or maybe stay out as long as you can. Just get off cycle.
Yeah, get off cycle. But speaking of on cycle right now, Tate Lytle holding on to that lead. I thought I heard Johnny Eckert say, "Here, kitty, kitty," just a moment ago, but Cameron Rich might be the one singing that tune as he's trying to catch up to that 15 car with only 2 laps to go. Coming to the white flag. Can that do good horsepower, get the ponies, and catch the rear end of that 15 car? We're about to find out. See Tate Lytle choosing that second groove, which is kind of where you said is that good line and good line to run, and Cameron Rich right in his tire tracks, but he might just run out of time here in half number 1. To come down 3 and 4 for the final time. Here he is. He dominated the race. Oh, Cameron Rich went for it. He went up to the wall. Coming out of turn 4, Tate Lytle's going to take the checkered flag here in the 3-wide TV 135.
He did the Carl Edwards thing. Full throttle it into the corner. I respect it.
And he was able to hang on to the 2nd position. Johnny Eckert rounds out your top 3. David Westergreen 4th. Kynan Jones 5th. Nick Indelicato 6th. And Damian Leininger 7th, which again, no invert, but that will mean 2 points will separate these guys now going into half number 2.
I didn't notice this. Cam has a 3-wide TV car.
Yeah, and it's a Do Good Motorsports car, so it's a win-win for both of us, Carlos.
It sure is.
I won the race. You finished 2nd, so it couldn't have been any better.
It could have been. I could have won.
Did Carlos pick Cameron Rich?
I sure did.
Yeah. Oh man, you guys finished 1-2 in your picks.
Yeah.
Lordy B.
Heck yeah.
Well, I guess that means I get to pick first now.
Remember, I have to serve a penance.
He does.
Yeah, and Goody, you know I've got to do this. I mean, I'm only up by like 2 or 3 points now. You know, Indelicato did have a good race, but not what I was hoping for. So let's say Tate Lytle bust out. And don't we have a thing with Tate Lytle that has to do with Four Loko?
Yeah, well, we do have him in the broadcast here. We'll get him. So are you taking Tate then?
I'm taking Tate, and hopefully he sweeps so we can get a full Four Loko out of him.
All right. How about you, Carlos? Let's go with the picks right away here. Might as well go.
Who's the one that got mad at me last week for picking him?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
The guy fighting for a championship?
Yeah, I'm going to pick him.
Also,
guys, development, this is not fair.
Wait, who are you picking?
I'm picking Cameron Rich. Guys, look at this. Look at this chump. Look at this guy.
Oh! The absurd. This is absurd.
Somebody bring him here right now.
Hold on.
We demand justice.
We have Tate Lytle.
Oh yeah.
I will take Johnny Eckert. We might have to get Peeler in here in just a second.
Did Peeler just take some dip?
I will take the 86 of Johnny Eckert, but with that, we do have Tate Lytle in here. Do you have 4 Locos on hand there, Tate?
No, but I got some ciders.
Okay,
we'll deal with it. I got eggnog. You ready to do this?
Yes.
All right. Congratulations, Tate. Cheers. Let's do this.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Am I chugging the whole thing?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, by any chance, do you have a webcam?
Oh, I picked you, man. You don't want to wait until after the...
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, God, I'm screwed.
Oh, he's chugging his. Hey, that's racing fuel for Tate. He's going to go out there and win this one.
He's still drinking. Oh, hell.
Ooh, he did it.
Ooh.
Can I change my pick, guys?
No, you don't want to change your pick. Fuck that. I mean, screw that. Screw that.
Some people drive better drunk. Don't drive drunk.
Oh.
I race drunk.
Ooh.
I mean, you can.
I feel like I'm really good. Like compared to other people that try and race like under the influence, I feel like I'm pretty solid. So.
Okay.
I've seen worse.
I won Kansas.
Yeah, that's true. But anyway, Tate, how'd the car feel out there in half number 1?
I mean, it felt really good, actually. I kind of was able to run the line that I ran, like, I don't know, a year and a half ago or so in Elite. And had the same result that night, too. So kind of running the middle in 1 and 2 and the bottom in 3 and 4. I mean, obviously, I got Cam and Johnny right behind me starting here. So it'll be a little bit different because Cam started in, like, 20th. So... And he's about as good as they come. So I'm sure Carlos picked him. No.
Yep.
Yeah. Carlos. Yeah. Oh man, Vic, you are so loud.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be.
You're welcome.
And he's making a suggestion here. Carlos is that you need to drink responsibly. Don't drink and start a league. Well, you're not starting a league, Tate, but you're at least racing in one right now.
I mean, it's not like that was my 12th one. That was like my second one. We're good.
Yeah, we're golden. We're golden. That's just you just got enough to take the edge off. We should be golden there. But one thing I want to talk to you about. It seemed like in practice a lot you were running that top side, and then like you said, you were running that kind of a little bit lower line, that about a lane and a half up, and then kind of on the bottom in 3 and 4. Is that kind of? Do you feel comfortable, like if you have to make moves to switch around the track, that you can do so?
Yeah, I don't think the top's gonna come in. I think
fair.
as long as I run my line, I'm probably. You might see me fall back a few spots here on the start.
Don't forget the
Just
grid
say-
up here. Oh, there you go.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Oh god.
Saving my tires. You might see me fall back to third or so, but I don't know. We'll see. I think I got Johnny maybe on tire save. I don't really know where Cam stands. It took him quite a while to get by Johnny there in that last run, and I was trying to do my best at saving while also making as much time as I could. And that first run, I didn't really start pulling away from the field until about lap 15 or so. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, this half will be a little more difficult than the first, but it should be fun nonetheless.
Yeah, as you're getting ready to roll off, before we let you go, any quick shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, shout out to Cam. It's good. It's good to see a 44 car up here at the front of the field.
Hey, I'm just letting you know I'm a lot better at engine building than I am racing.
Yeah. I had to put that out there. Shout out to Baker Mayfield for being 0 for 3 on teams he can make better. Shout out to Days Gone By Vintage Racing Apparel. Check him out on Etsy. Shout out to Goody for holding his word and getting that eggnog. Nasty stuff, but good for him. Shout out to all 4 of you guys watching this right now. There's probably more of you than that, but just being sarcastic. Shout out to you guys for watching us race fake race cars. These race cars, it doesn't hurt when you crash, but man, it feels just as good when you win.
Whoop, whoop. All right, Tate. Well, let's go see if we can get the brooms out and see if we can chug another cider up here again.
Yeah, I got one on deck here, so hopefully I'll be talking to you in about 45 laps. Hopefully I can do some dual burnouts with Nick here on the front stretch. I know Damien's gonna be giving him a run here, but we got our work cut out for us. But I like our odds, so we'll chat at you here in a few, hopefully, boys.
All right, sounds good. Well, best of luck to you, Tate.
Sorry for swearing, Vic.
You know,
Why does everybody apologize as if I care?
Yeah, he acts like he's the first one to swear on broadcast here.
we got a bit of a potty mouth here, starting 4th in terms of booth.
Hold Western Green up in that 4th spot. And
You know-
yeah, a lot of these guys getting in better starting position should be interesting.
It's really comforting when I pick a guy and he hops up in the booth and chugs a cider right after I hit him. I'm like, this is gonna be great.
Hey, he's got the nerves out. He has that fast do
trust
good
him.
motorsports.
I
I've heard rumors that he might have been worse than probably what he is right now. So we're about to find out how he can do here in half number 2. 45 laps of racing. Tate Lytle on the pole, Cameron Rich on the outside. 2 of the fastest cars, maybe 3 of the fastest cars starting in the top 3. We're about to find out how this half will play out. As the green flag's out, Tate Lytle and Cameron Rich are on the loud pedal. They're going to drag race down the front stretch. Let's see who gets that advantage going down into turn number 1. Looks like Tate, but looks like Cam's on that outside. He's hitting.
spinning! Car's spinning everywhere! Gutierrez is spinning now!
This helped Damian Leininger as Nick Indelicato falls back into the
Wow.
6th position.
That's
Damian
huge.
flies up into the 3rd as cars were everywhere on the start. And that could be a huge development now as now Indelicato in 7th has to work his way up through some traffic.
Excuse my language. How
Ah!
in the hell did we... Oh, there it goes. I was going to say, how did we not wreck? But there it is.
And there it is.
And it's not even a wreck, it was
Oh,
just a spin.
It's a spin.
It looked like he did get a little bit of help. I mean, if he might have got loose first, but he got helped around maybe by the 99. We have to take another look on the 3Y TV replay here.
Oh my god.
Here's the initial start of the race.
We had like 4 guys get loose here, and you see Johnny Eckert right in front of the 4 car is the big one, because that allows Damian to pick his way through, and the difference now, I think Damian will hold a 3-point championship advantage over the 4 car. You see aggressive moves by both the 4 and the 12 to start this thing off. But this is wild looking. Look at all the guys. Oh, man, it's like they're driving on oil.
And the C's parted for the 12 car, and really, you see Indelicato on that line, right on the white line, which
I'm getting confirmation.
Can act like
it was raining in the track. What was race control thinking, letting these guys out there?
Yep, this is like the 2001 All-Star race all over again here.
2022 Daytona.
Oh,
you want to know what it actually was? It wasn't rain. It was the fact that they didn't have to do 5 pace laps this time.
Oh yeah,
see, yeah. They were chomping on the bit. See, they didn't get to drive the track enough.
Track is also a little cooler than it was in the first half. I think we started at like 81, got down to 77. The track temperature is only 74 degrees right now, so that is part of it. And Johnny Eckert is actually jumping down pit road here.
Yeah, I mean, for how sideways he got, he might have burnt up his tires. Might feel like he's at a disadvantage, but that's going to be interesting.
He could be going for fuel here.
Oh,
in his Johnny Eckert way, he could do it. I think if there's the top end of a fuel window someone's got to make, it's definitely the guy coming down and topping off right now. It doesn't appear he's taking tires. Yeah, that was a splash and go. He's coming for fuel. He took a lot of guys with him.
Because these guys that are pitting, they're right on the outer edge of making it the rest of the way. And I don't think even for a guy like Johnny Eckert, we've seen him do the impossible with fuel saving, but I don't think it's beyond to go into a Johnny Eckert realm of saving fuel here either.
No, this is definitely not the worst he's ever had to do. The window is about 35 to 40 laps, so this is just barely outside. He's going to have to drive conservatively, but he can be fast and conservative. He's saved a lot more fuel before. He doesn't have to do as much here.
Yeah, and maybe, I don't know how many caution laps we'll get, and it'd be a taller task, but maybe not impossible for guys like Tate Lytle, Cameron Rich, Damian Leininger, maybe roll the dice, maybe try to save fuel on this run. Maybe that's what Indelicato does if he feels like he can't work his way up, make up. Well, now he's in 6th, so now what is that? Live math.
7th. I think Damian is going to have a 2-point advantage.
Okay, yep.
Which again, they've ran around each other. It's just, that 4 car's been able to defend all night, and now he's actually got to be on the attack a little bit. And look to see what Damian does now that he's behind less traffic. And, those tires, I don't know how much heat we got in them, but if Adam Peeler told us anything, it's still not settled.
Yeah,
we're getting sideways.
We'll see how that goes. We're going to bring Adam Peeler in here for just a quick second, and just to let us hear him say, "How dare you, Peeler? How dare you?"
I just wanted to come in here and say, guys, I was a menace to everyone. I could not see. That was terrible. I hate Vic so much, but I'm sorry. I could not do it again. I was scared that entire time of screwing someone else's race, so I just couldn't do it again.
Well, hey, you made probably the best move I've ever seen in league racing, not wrecking after getting hit by Conrad in a dinosaur suit. It's probably the best driving anyone's ever done. Dale Earnhardt has nothing on you.
Everybody was all mad that I took it off, but if I would have had it on for that turn 1, turn 2 mess, y'all would have saw a bowling ball because I could not have seen it.
Well, we'll let you get back down to your team there as the green flag is back out, and Peeler is back into his regular clothes as Tate Lytle jumps out to a good lead now over Cameron Rich, and now that the track position for Damian Leininger. What kind of game do you play? You're 2 points back, or right now, I guess you're 2 points up if you're talking about live, but do you kind of go for it here as he looks like he's going to move under Tate Lytle?
Oh, 3 wide and Delicato under.
Oh, boy.
Jones, and if I'm Dave, you've got. Here's the thing: you've got to be patient because car in the wall. That's our emotional support pick. But like we were saying before, Damian and Nick so evenly matched. Damian's got the hot hand now, up on the points. He's got to go now. If that 4 car gets behind him, I don't think he can let him by, because it's going to be hard to get anything back. And the same can be said for Nick. He's got a claw, and as of right now, it is a dead draw between them in terms of points with the way they're running right now. Vic, can you point me in the right direction here? If they tie in points, what is our tiebreaker?
Wins. Wins is the tiebreaker.
Okay, well that's Nick and Delicado. He's
Also,
got,
you're talking about those two. Cooper Johnson's still in this. He's only 25 points out after half one.
He is. If something tragic almost happened to the 4-car, if something terrible happens to the 12 or the 4-car, Cooper Johnson is in a prime position to swoop in and steal the whole show.
Yeah, and that's something we could see if, as we've seen at the end of half number one, if we see Damian and Nick battling and things get a little too awry and they take each other out, Cooper Johnson will be in position to sweep up the championship as a rookie here in OSCA competition. But how about this? The top 4 cars and Delicado looks like he's on the move to make it maybe a 5-horse race. But Cameron Rich trying to pull away a little bit, but these guys right now are kind of in a dead heat.
Yeah, and Damian's got to be patient, but it's hard. He's got to drive too, because even though he's third, he's only tied, and he loses the tiebreaker for the championship. He's got to pass Tate Lytle, who just led the entire first half and won the race. I mean, it's still an upward battle for Damian, whereas Delicado can ride there in 5th, and he might even be able to pass Cooper, but Cooper's been pretty fast. It's such a dynamic but also stagnant situation. The amount of weight that each position holds is massive.
Yeah, and it all unfolds here. And how about, I mean, I guess I just first realized it now, but you have Leininger, Johnson, and Delicado in 3rd, 4th, and 5th, all battling for the championship here tonight. And we don't have the final race playoff like, some leagues might do. This is, I guess, a classic chase-off style of a playoff or a chase that here in OSCA. Oh man, a lot of cars kicking up, a lot of dust here going down the straightaway, getting close to that wall. But this is kind of reminds me of the 2011 championship between Tony Stewart and Carl Edwards, or the 1992 championship between Kulwicki and Bill Elliott. It all comes down and winds up being just a dead heat.
That's where we're at. And by the way, we do have bonus points as a factor. Now, neither of them, I don't know. Damian just got pretty loose. Cooper Johnson's going to pounce pretty soon here. He might. Bonus points are a thing. Now, you can risk staying out longer if you want to, but if you stay out long enough, you can get a lap lead. And that is going to play to Damian's advantage, because Damian's in 3rd place right now. He's only going to wait on 2 guys to pit. If he wants to stay out and get a lap lead, that's a bonus point towards his point total, and that's huge for him, especially right now. That's a whole extra position he puts between himself and the 4-car. And then, of course, if Damian wins the race, I'm pretty sure, Vic, what was it? How many bonus points to win the whole thing?
So the only bonus points are one for a lap lead, 1 for most lap lead. So two bonus points at most.
Is the points count not higher for 1st versus 2nd?
It's 40 to 35.
Wow.
40, 35, 34, 33, so on and so forth.
So it's
there's
a winner
5 points
take all
difference
between the 2 of them if they win the race.
Yeah, a win could decide the championship. Yes.
Oh wow!
Oh wow! Okay.
100%.
So this is where it gets a little tricky. So he, like you said, this could almost play ergo like the 1992 championship between Alan Kulwicki and Bill Elliott, where if people may be old enough to remember that championship battle, Alan Kulwicki staying out a couple extra laps to lead the most laps as Bill Elliott went on to win. Alan Kulwicki finished 2nd. It probably couldn't play out exactly, actually can't play out that way here tonight. If Delicado does win, he will lock up the championship. But say if they're kind of battling for kind of where they're at right now, and Damian does get that bonus point, and say Delicado, well, how would that work? No, I guess it still would be a dead heat.
Damian entered with a 2-point advantage. If he were to lead the most laps and lead a lap, even if he finished 2nd to Delicado, he'd still lose it by just 1 point. So no matter how you slice it, if either the 4 or 12 wins, they take the race and the championship. As it stands right now, it's going to be hard. I mean, we haven't talked enough about Tate Lytle and Cameron. We've been so focused on this championship battle. Those guys have been on rails. We saw Cameron Rich fly all the way through the field in the first half, and he's looking stout right now. And Tate Lytle, just building on that first half he had, he has been in 2nd and right in the tail, or the tire tracks of Cameron Rich. So I mean, we're talking about a race win for Delicado and Leininger. They've got an uphill battle if they want to try that out, and do they want to risk that?
Yeah, I think as far as the way those top 2 guys are running, they are setting the pace. Damian's running comparable lap times to Tate at the moment, but no one's really seemed to be sniffing quite what Cameron Rich has been running right now. I'm looking through the field. Probably the closest guy actually on track would be guy in 10th spot, Chris Gutierrez, just a couple thousandths off. But yeah, so I think right now, if you're Damian, I think the best bet is to try to at least lead a lap, and if everything stays put, you do win the championship. But again, a lot of racing left to go as we're on lap 17 of 45. There you see Johnny Eckert moving up into the 13th position, getting past Alex Kenton, and he might be a guy to play spoiler here as well, as if we did see him come down pit road under this caution. He might have enough fuel to make it to the end.
That's another big thing. I mean, he's not exactly holding back either. He just got dead sideways trying to get past Alex Kenton. You know, the big philosophy here is if he's almost got enough to go all the way. Realistically, if he has to save fuel, he's already not that far behind the leaders. He's only got to save a little bit. I mean, it's very realistic to think that he can maybe just chill for 5, 6, or 7 laps, and that will be enough to go all the way, and he could just straight up cut a whole pit stop out.
Yeah, that would be huge, and I'm wondering, you know, I don't think any of these leaders have enough, or maybe if you're Cameron Rich, you have a big enough lead where you can play around with saving fuel a little bit and maybe stretch it out. And Cameron Rich and Tate Lytle really, in the grand scheme of things, have nothing to lose. The only thing Tate Lytle has on the line here is if he's going to chug that second cider or not. I'm sure he's going to drink it regardless, but that's the only thing the top 2 guys have going on right now. But that big story between Leininger and Indelicato, that's, man, there's so many different ways this could play out. And Tate getting close to the wall there again.
We're about to see maybe a couple of those scenarios as we're coming on to lap 20. Green flag pit stops will be coming up soon. We'll see decision time for Damian. I really do think Damian's best shot is if he stretches it a little bit. He can afford to give up a little bit of on-track time if Indelicato comes early, because he'll have fresher tires through to the end of the race. He can make up spots like that maybe and get this bonus point for the lap lead. If I'm Damian, I stay out later. But then again, he's got his crew chief in his ear with Hank Steinmiller right now, so I don't know. Here, no, I'm completely wrong. Damian Leininger is the first man on pit road.
Oh, wow, he's going to short pit that. And I was just going to say, maybe the risk here as well, as he does pit with his teammate, David Westergreen, in the number 19 on the scorecard, number 9 on the racetrack. But, you know, we've seen this in half number 1. These guys get on new tires after a little bit of green flag runs, and we've seen Seth Rawls, you know, kind of get surprised by how slick it can be. So not even for Damian or Westergreen that are coming down pit road.
And Delicato's in.
And Delicato is in. Nathaniel Cherry, couple of the Shift Esports Fords or S2 Racing Fords coming down pit road with his teammate. But with these guys pitting, we've seen during these pit cycles, it could be a hairy time, not just for these drivers themselves, but that caution coming out.
Yeah, I think the most important laps of this race, aside from obviously the finish, are coming in the next 5 or 6 laps, as everybody cycles out. And if we get through these green flag pit stops fine, then we'll have a better idea of how this is going to shake out. But I mean, Damian's got to work through traffic right now, and Delicato's coming off pit road as he's coming off turn 4. This is a big moment here. Damian's just now crossing the line. Did Gutierrez make it this time?
Yeah,
he's struggling
down pit road.
And this is big. It looks like, I don't think Damian is going to pass Indelicato. Nick coming off pit road right now, and he had a pretty good entry there. Nick pitting a lap later maintains track position over the 12 car. Actually, I'm completely wrong about that. Damian lost positions on that. He almost turned Eckert. He's shooting it 3 wide there. He's got to go after that 4 car.
Yeah, he is on the move. He's trying to chase it down. So now the turntables turned here, as Nick Indelicato has the advantage over the 12 car Damian Leininger. And like you said, a lap fresher tires, which might not be a huge factor, but definitely it plays in the favor of that 4 car indeed.
And the difficult thing is, even if he passes Nick, he's got to beat him by more. It's a 2-point gap. If he's in front of the 4 car, he's beating him by a point. He's got to pass 1 more car, and then he's still tied. And then he's got to pass 1 more car. And that one lap difference might not make a huge difference, but the fact is they were both running top 5 beforehand. You're looking at Damian possibly having to win this race now.
Yeah, and I think maybe his best bet would maybe see a caution at this point, just to see if there could be a way where there could be a car separating him and Indelicato if he can't get into victory lane. As we see more cars down pit road, Dallas Myhan, Gilberto Javier Gamera, Jordan Tarbell, and Ray Bracey making their pit stop. So Dallas Myhan, this might be his final green flag pit stop as a full-time league driver. He gets off pit road.
Now, one thing we haven't seen, the top 3 have not pit. Cooper Johnson, Tate Lytle, and Cameron Rich have not come down pit road yet. I'm not sure how this will play out. I don't think it helps Damian, though, because Damian might leapfrog them, but so will Indelicato.
Yeah, that's where I think
Tate's
the
on
only
pit road now.
Yeah, Tate's coming down pit road. That's where I think the only scenario that Damian might want to see here, unless they get in a pack and they can kind of separate from each other, is a caution coming out at this point. Because I think Damian, he's like 4/10 off the back bumper of Indelicato. So more than likely, if a car's going to come out between them, it's going to come out between Nick and Damian, and that's only going to hurt Damian at this point.
Here comes Cameron Rich, and I don't think Cooper Johnson's still not pitting, so we're not quite done yet. Cooper Johnson is still on racetrack. Dylan Thomas pits, so you see Indelicato is going to beat Lytle. So it could be, oh man, it could be Indelicato versus Leininger the way the pit stops all work out for the race win and for the championship. Because they both went way by Tate.
Yeah, this could be interesting. Only 18 laps to go. But we got to remember here as well that the big spoiler in all of this, Johnny Eckert coming down pit road, Kynan Jones, Brett Jones, and DJ Weeks, and I think Zach Evans as well, all came down pit road under that last caution. So there could be guys out here that are trying to roll the dice and get a race win here at the end of the season. Oh, we see Kynan Jones down pit road now. And who knows, Cooper Johnson, his strategy right now, go out there, try to win this thing. You know, maybe the championship's out of reach by the time the pits stop cycle through, but hey, the only thing he can left to do is to gamble this one out and maybe see if he can stretch it, or just stay out as long as he can, see what happens.
No, I'm a huge fan of the way Cooper's doing it. I mean, he obviously hasn't come to pit road yet. It's going to be difficult for him. Maybe he's just waiting for, or he did pit, didn't he? What is that? That's heat 1, excuse me. Yeah, he has not pit yet this half. Stay out for as long as you can and hope for the best, which I think the way the math works out, he doesn't have that much fuel left in that race car. He'll probably not see a caution. Cue the commentator's curse. I really don't want to see it. I'd prefer it to go green and see how the strategies all cycle out, but it might not be Nick or Damian finishing in the top 5 with all the different strategies. It could be Johnny Eckert showing up and doing his fuel strategy thing and stealing the show.
Yeah, or will it be Brent Jones, only a second and a half back of Johnny Eckert right now, too? Or just another second back from him, Zach Evans in the 4th position. So there's a lot of cars that could make some magic happen here to wind down the season. But Cooper Johnson holding a 5.5 second lead over Johnny Eckert, which I believe Johnny was at one point within like 3 seconds of Cooper
saving.
Johnson. So he's in saving mode right now. He's about over 5.5 seconds back now. So it's Johnny Eckert's definitely trying to pull off Johnny Eckert magic right now.
Yeah, and Cooper Johnson it doesn't shock me that Cooper is stretching it out because
Cameron Rich, fastest lap of the race.
And
really?
he's on the back bumper of Damian right now. He could, and he does. He gets around the 12 car of Damian Leininger and see if he can chase down. But right now, that's not good news for that 12 car again.
No, and you know, we could see Johnny Eckert steal the show, but if everybody on that strategy that came down and topped off, if it didn't work out for them, then you would see Nick Indelicato and Leininger 1-2. And Cameron Rich completing these passes all but eliminates Damian's chances of winning the race, which is exactly what Damian needs to do. Now, of course, we've got 13 laps left. Something could happen to Cameron Rich, but this is not what the 12 car needs to see. And Tate is also gaining on both of them.
Yeah, again, those guys stayed out a little bit longer then the 4 and the 12, and they are able to get around both Indelicato and Leininger. But here's the man of the hour, the all-time wins leader in OSCA series. Yeah, he's turning off. He's saving fuel. Still about 5.5 seconds back. So I'm wondering, is Cooper trying to save fuel as well here?
I'd be maybe,
because they're running similar lap times. Yeah, they're running within hundreds of each or thousands of each other.
And they're not on that different tires. Eckert, I don't believe Johnny even took tires when he came down. They only made it like half a lap, not even. I can't really tell. I don't have audio. Usually I'd be able to tell. I don't think my TAC is quite showing me exactly what it should be showing me. Carlos could know that for sure, though.
I'm gonna get on the in-car here as well. I'm curious to see if Cooper's saving. It doesn't look like he's turning the car off, at least. I don't know if he's saving, but he's definitely keeping the power on throughout the corners, as we do see Johnny trying to save that fuel in that second spot. Brent Jones as well, 2.5 seconds back. He's dropped back a little bit, trying to stretch it all the way to the end here.
He is not shutting off the engine.
Well,
we are in that pit window now, for Cooper Johnson. We've hit lap 35. He might have saved a little bit under that caution, but he'd have to. There is not an extra 5 or 6 laps of fuel mileage in that car that just appears out of nowhere without him having to do some kind of saving. So we probably will be seeing that 91 forfeit the lead and come to pit road soon enough. That would hand over the lead to Johnny Eckert. And will he have enough? I'd put money on it, really.
I think I would, because I think I was just looking when I was making my practice laps. It said you could make about 38 laps. And I'm thinking if you could save a little bit of fuel, that 40 laps or roughly, I think that's what they had to go once the green flag came out after our only caution here in half number 2. So definitely doable for these guys that did come down pit road. And right now, I believe it's the top 8, or between 2nd and 8, that did come down pit road under that last caution.
Now, of course, the big thing here. The championship within the championship, you picked Johnny Eckert, did you not?
I did, yeah.
No, and my guy Tate Lytle is looking pretty good. It's just he did not pick the strategy that I needed him to pick to have a shot at this thing. Right now, it's all you.
It is, and Johnny's gambling it for me. He's laying it all down on the line for me, and I love it. Let's see if he can do it. And there you see this race between the guys that are trying to save enough fuel, between Brett Jones and Zach Evans, as we watch Santa Claus me find Evans. And I think he's going to try to make that move to get into the 3rd spot, and he does. So Brett maybe trying to save a little bit of fuel, but Zach Evans seems like he feels like he has enough.
And as we get down to the closing stages, I mean, Eckert, I see 89 pitting in. Yeah, Brent Jones doesn't have enough. Brent Jones is coming to pit road.
Oh, wow.
Which, I mean, I think it's well established already that the guy driving the 86 saves fuel better than anybody else, but that's fairly early.
Yeah, and I'm still surprised, too, with Cooper Johnson not coming down pit road, still being able to stay on the track. Yeah, it's curious.
Johnson has yet to go down pit road.
Yeah. This is a stretch. We were given a fuel window of 35 to 40 laps. We are now on lap 40. He
also
might have
keep
been
in
able
mind
to
there
save a
was
little
those
bit.
caution laps.
Exactly. He might have been able to save a little bit, but how much could you save under one car?
I don't think he could finish this race off. And just to note too, that race between the championship here, Indelicato in 8th, Damian still in 11th.
Not to interject into this, but I think you're wrong, actually. I think he could save if he'd been saving the whole race.
He'd been saving the whole race, absolutely. We just don't know.
I'm not calling him stupid. I'm just saying we don't know what Cooper has or hasn't been saving. But it's entirely possible if he's been saving this whole time from the green flag or from the first caution.
If Johnny can
absolutely
do it, Cooper can do it. Yeah.
There is a good chance. I mean, I think it's going to be very close for Cooper and a little less close for Eckert, but it's possible.
Yeah, and it's really hard to say because Cooper Johnson also didn't piddle around and 15th saving fuel. He ran up towards the front the whole race, so it'd be actually quite impressive from him to run up front, save fuel the whole way, and make it to the end. Oh, he's in the wall right now. I think that might be, if he's putting the clutch pedal in, that definitely makes it push towards the wall. I don't know if he did or not, but there is a very real possibility. Cooper Johnson, maybe it won't be enough to get him this championship, but what a way to end that
I think he's
season
out
with a win.
Oh yeah,
I think Cooper's out.
Oh no, he's
Cooper
stuttering.
is out. Yep, he's coming down pit road, and he had nothing to lose. He had to go for it, and it just running out of fuel. It looks like he'll have just enough to get to his pit box. Maybe just a little splash and go to try to salvage something out of the night here. But now all eyes do turn to the all-time wins leader again in OSCA history, Johnny Eckert. Again, he got sideways on the start. There was a caution just shortly after he came down pit road, and he's on those old tires that slid down 1 and 2 right off the get-go. It doesn't matter because right now he's taking it easy. He's saving that fuel.
Yeah, he saw the driver of the 4 car starting to creep up on that wins record. He said, maybe I have to come back and stretch out that lead just a little bit.
So yeah, there's a lot on the line for old Johnny. Not only for me, but for him too, as we do see Zach Evans running in that second spot, and a guy who good run for him, but I think it was in the finale last year when Dustin Dewar won the half on fuel mileage, and Zach Evans was right there. So he's been the bridesmaid, but never the bride. Seeing if he can chase down Johnny Eckert in these closing laps, 2 to go. Coming to the white flag, I do believe. Here we go. 1 more lap to go. And it looks like Damian did get up to the 9th position, but I think it's going to be too late for that championship battle, as he's about 3 seconds back now of Indelicato. So coming down the backstretch one final time in that 86 car. He's going to bring someone home a championship, baby. Coming through turns 3 and 4. He can coast from here. He can push the clutch. Johnny Eckert makes his return. He's going to win half number 2 of the 3-Wide TV 135. Zach Evans comes home second. Cameron Rich third. Adam Tepe fourth. Tate Lytle brings it home in 5th. Carpenter 6th. Indelicato 7th. DJ Weeks 8th. And Damian Leininger, good effort for him tonight, comes home in 9th, and Dylan Thomas rounds out the top 10. I think some of these cars are DJ. He might have ran out of gas there at the end. So wow, what a lot of storylines. I mean, we had just about everything going on with Cameron Rich flying, Tate Lytle flying, Johnny Eckert saving, and we also had the points battle, and one heck of a points battle indeed. I think everyone, a lot of guys have something to be proud of here to finish off this OSCA season.
Got Nick coming around in 3 and 4, getting banged up. He's going to go join Johnny for some burnouts, I'm sure, here in a second, once he makes his way around.
I'll see Johnny, he might have just ran out of gas.
Uh-oh.
Doing burnouts, so no dual burnouts. I was going to say he should have saved it. Is there, Tate's giving him the half number 1 burnouts here. As well, Johnny can't partake in any action as there is again out of fuel.
You were saying?
No, he does have enough. He saved it.
Some.
So now we got to get a 3-way here. Where's our champion?
He's on the line doing his own thing right now. He's got, he just made heavy contact with Dallas.
Oh.
Dallas is getting himself into some donuts before he calls it quits. We got a whole party on the front stretch here.
Yeah, we got the gang. You got the send off for Dallas. We got the champion Nick Indelicato, halves number 1 and 2 winners of Lytle and Eckert, burning it down, and a lot of Shift Esport teammates, the Shift Esports family in there as well, burning it down. And we will get interviews kicked off here tonight. As first up, we'll bring Cameron Rich.
Hey, we've got a quintuple burnout happening.
Oh, we do. They
work.
finally did.
It did not work.
It
did not work.
We see better effort there. But hey, it looks like a demo derby now, but we do have Cameron Rich in that fast number 44 Do Good Motorsports hot rod. And man, Cameron, it looked like you were probably one of the fast. I mean, maybe the fastest car out there tonight, but you know, maybe just factor starting the back in half number 1, and just I guess pit strategy that kind of kept you from end up in victory lane half number 2.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't get that second half. I felt like I was really quick, and I don't know what strategy the 6 and the 86 were pulling, but they sure made it work, and just running them down at the end, but it didn't work. Truth be told, for half number 1, I actually didn't qualify on purpose. I just wanted to see like how, you know, kind of have some fun with it. It's the last race of the season. It's all vibes, so you know, why not?
Yeah, and you also had maybe the best cars, you know, iRacing could buy in a Do Good Motorsports Chevrolet. So I mean, you had the best equipment out there by far.
I sure liked it. It felt really quick out there tonight. Big fan of the Xfinity car as a whole, and that one sure drove. Even on the old tires, it just once the tires got about 10 laps in, it just really stuck. It was really good. One of the best setups I've ever driven.
Yeah, you know, and it seemed like, you know, besides you, I think we had 2 cautions all night. It seemed like everyone had a good time. A lot of lanes to pass in. But you know, going through the field there, what kind of challenges were there? Or was it just kind of just pick your lane and let it ride?
It's pretty easy. It's Homestead, so you could actually pass here. It's not somewhere like Kansas where it's just you're gonna be stuck behind somebody for 20 laps. So if you're faster, you can actually find a way around. So that's why I like this track. It's really fun to race on, just because you know you can actually race on it. It's not you know, it's not bad.
Yeah, and again, I think we've been talking about all night. One of the best tracks I think we can round out a season. But hopefully, are you in talks? Are you in works of running next season?
You know, I had a little bit. I learned that the Gen 6 was the car next season, and you know that 2019 package doesn't really. It actually caused me to like quit sim racing for like 3 years. I just had no interest in racing that car package. So maybe not, but definitely select events.
All right. Well, hey, if you ever need another Do Good Motorsports powered car in those select events, I might know a guy.
Absolutely. Those low downforce races, I'm all for. That's a fun package, but 550, that can die in a fire if we're gonna be honest.
You know, I would probably wholeheartedly agree with you there.
Right.
But with that, I can't remember. Cameron, we were talking about eggnog last week, right?
Correct. Yeah, I said I would chug it if I needed to.
Yeah. Which
you have any on you?
I mean, you didn't win, but
I don't have eggnog, but I have pretty much everything else.
Well, I have my eggnog on me here. You know,
well, I'm making a drink right now. I've got it right in front of me. Give me 2 seconds.
I'm hearing just now breaking news that your car owner tonight wants you to take a hit of something here to cap off the season.
I will definitely do that. I will get something. It's about
I had too much eggnog.
20...
Oh no, Carlos. Oh, he let
his stomach is making the rumblies.
We told him not to do this.
And this is a special track for me anyway, just because Carlos probably knows. I had a bit of a problem with finishing here and everything. So
yeah, we might have heard the story a little bit before the race. Yeah,
it's my penance.
But hey, salute. Cheers. We're gonna take a hit of the. I'm gonna take a hit of the eggnog.
Got mine ready.
Got yours ready. Yep. Cameron, you might have to wait till after your interview or whenever's convenient. But congratulations to third place finisher. Here we go.
Cheers.
Appreciate it.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, that's not too bad. Yeah. But with that, any shoutouts you wanna give for an awesome night here tonight?
Yeah. You guys, obviously, for the broadcast, and Vic for letting me drive your car, I guess, Goody. So I'm glad I was able to give it somewhat of a good run. I wish it was P1, but it was a good fun race, and you can never go wrong with a caution-free race, if we're gonna be honest. So, I had a lot of fun in the last few races I ran here, and I hope to get to run some next season. It's been a great time.
Yeah, it's been fun having you. You've always put on a good show here in OSCA competition. Well, again, congratulations. Merry Christmas. Maybe you might have to get some eggnog there. It's tasting pretty good here. But again, hopefully we'll see you. You know, if you ever need a 44 car, again, I might be able to hook you up. Yeah, way to round out the season. Wish it would have been a victory lane too. I would have had to chug this whole thing then.
It's okay. I will say I'm just protecting your liver, so.
Yeah, it needs it. All right, well, congratulations, Cameron, and well, you didn't do Carlos too bad here tonight, even though he might have did you bad a few years ago.
No. I love Carlos.
Carlos, he loves you.
Carlos might be
Yay!
in the men's.
Oh, yeah, he might be in the men's room. All right. Well, again, congratulations. We'll talk to you later, there, Cam.
Thanks, guys. Y'all have a good one.
All right. That was Cameron Rich coming home in. Oh,
he's back.
He's back.
Get out of here.
Get out of here. We're done with you.
I cannot believe I get to do this one.
I'm so excited.
So thrilled.
Where'd he go? There he is.
He's way down there. Oh, man.
Oh, if we get him on camera.
Yes.
We pop him in here.
Oh,
Matthew, take it away. I have my eggnog handy, just to let you guys know.
Zach Evans, have we gotten to get you up here in a post race before?
Not this season. It happened once last. Actually, that might have even been in the first half. It may not have happened last season, but this season it's a first. I know that.
Carolina
and
shirt.
You know you've had. Huh?
Ray Bracey saying Carolina shirt.
Oh.
Yes.
The Hurricane. Yeah.
Go Canes.
That's a Santa. It's red to fit with the Santa hat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he's got a red and white car.
Oh, so we're on the same page here. Okay.
It's orange.
No.
Wow, bug.
You shut your mouth. Zach, you've shown pace before, and it's never seemed to just click. Things just don't ever seem to click in line for you. You seem to get the bad end of things no matter what. But here, you had a really clean run, pulled off an excellent strategy, drove a clean race. And how close were you on fuel at the end there to pull off P2 tonight?
Sputtered right as I took the checkered flag, had just enough inertia to limp to my pit stall on pit road. But if it had been another lap, I wouldn't have made it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and you know, I've already spoken briefly about it. Maybe the season didn't go quite the way you were hoping, but to finish with a second place finish tonight, and not for lack of pace, really, you ran quite well throughout the night. Saw you moving up. The strategy just supplemented the success, and you know, heading into next year with a different car and lots of different racetracks, you plan to re-up with us and take a swing at that?
I think in some form or fashion I will be back next season. I'm not entirely sure what that looks like yet. I know, unfortunately, Ray, right now his plan is to not come back next season, so gotta think about if I do Wally next season, can I put together a couple other guys to run with the team? Do I need to consider driving for somebody else in another team next season? Certainly, if anybody wants to start that dialogue, my DMs are open. So I'm sure I'll be back in OSCA next season, but as far as will I be in the number 6 for Wally Racing, I'm not sure.
It's good to know you'll be back at all next season, though.
You know, you're talking to a couple of team owners here. You know, guys who have connections.
Oh yeah.
Hey, like I say, hey, DMs are open, and my real life race season is over for a few weeks, so I shouldn't have any excuse to not answer.
No, and you know, it's a good little audition tape to come home second here tonight, and I got way ahead of myself talking about. Actually, I do want to talk a little bit more about tonight with Homestead. People always seem to like this place, and it always races a little bit different. And it really sounds like, from what I've heard a lot of drivers speak highly of how it ran tonight. Said the car was a lot of fun, put it in a lot of different places. What were your thoughts about that? And also, how are the restarts? Because those looked evil.
I don't want, after the strictly stock race, I really don't want to talk about restarts.
Oh boy.
But no, they were better in this car. I felt pretty comfortable on the restarts in the Xfinity car. Granted, it has about 300 less horsepower or whatever, so that probably had something to do with it. But you know, I think it was definitely a good setup, and it seemed to put on good racing. Guys were not so much the first half. The second half, you saw more moving around. The first half, at least the people around me were pretty much glued to the bottom. I burned up the tires in the first half, so that just put me behind the 8 ball, and then I pitted early and got caught on the caution or whatever, and that pretty much sealed my fate in the first half. And the second half, I was driving, I was in fuel safe, so it looked like y'all had a lot of fun, but I was doing my own thing that second half, so I really couldn't tell you.
Now, before I let you give your thanks and shout-outs and stuff, do you have anything to have a drink with us on hand, by chance? Anything?
If I could run to the fridge real quick and grab a mixed beverage.
Do we want to let him do that?
Yeah, go for it.
We'll full
We've got eggnog.
You're
here
being
waiting to have a
timed.
drink.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. There he goes.
In the
It's a
meantime,
race.
guys, I have an announcement to
Okay.
make.
Okay.
I want to congratulate Matt for doing the best he can and finishing second in the commentator standing. Because Goody won the championship! Attaboy, Goody! Attaboy! Attaboy! Alright, and now let's go back because somebody has come back here with a mixed drink.
Oh, he's got some
Okay.
Jack Daniels. We got some eggnog over here for me and Matt.
You
That
mix the
looks
Jack
yummy.
Daniels with the eggnog. Let it curdle.
No.
Correct answer.
No.
All right, cheers.
Here we
all
go.
you
Here we go.
cheers.
Now you gotta drink the whole bottle.
Oh, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
Ooh. Hoo-hoo. That does look refreshing compared to this eggnog.
It's pretty good. They started selling it at the local food line about a couple of weeks ago, and I'm a fan. I'm not gonna lie.
What flavor is that?
It's called Down Home Punch. They have a peach flavored one too. It's
Oh.
pretty good too. So
Yeah, let's check that out. Zach Evans is not affiliated with Jack Daniels whatsoever.
I am not.
Warrior of the
I am
cup.
not. I can be though. We could slap an 07 on this bad boy and let her eat. I don't care.
Yeah,
The right price.
Green for our supplementary messages as we all drink on stream.
Don't
Especially
drink
that
don't drink and drive unless you're iRacing. Then I think you're good.
Then it's okay. We can all learn a thing or two from Jonathan Cadell. On that note, Zach, do you have any shout outs or things to give out before we let you go here for the last time this season?
Obviously, shout out to Ray and everyone at Wally Racing. It's been so much fun racing with him this year. Obviously, he made it into the playoffs. Playoffs didn't go the way he had hoped, and we had hoped, but happy for him. And then we brought in Kian at the end of the season until we didn't, or whatever happened. Whatever happened to cost him these last 2 races, I don't know, because I was out of town last week. But sucks. But happy to bring him on board for those couple of races. Thanks to MeFine as always for it's cool to, especially you guys here with 3 Wide, how much love you give them and work that into my iRacing efforts, and it's always fun to see the mentions and the shout-outs, and of course 213 Simware. Go to 213simware.com if you like seeing that Mark Martin throwback that's been on track for most of the season here in OSCA. You can buy the t-shirt, and then you can show it off to all your friends and or neighbors and or enemies. I don't really care. I'm not picky. Show it to your enemies. If they've got money to spend over at 213simware.com, they're my friends. So yeah, thanks to Vic for putting on OSCA, you guys for the broadcasts. Pretty much, I'll say the people we have left for Racing Me Clean throughout the season. The people who aren't here, I won't say anything further. like I say, looking forward to next season, whatever that looks like, and I'm also going to enjoy having a couple of weeks away from the sim rig too.
I have a question. Would you say this is the best race of our season so far, or of this like whole entire 2022 B season? Would you say this is the best one, Zach?
I didn't get to see a lot of the racing tonight, Vic. I'll be honest. I enjoyed. I guess it was 2 weeks ago. I've already forgotten where it was. Maybe Kentucky. When I was battling Tate for third all night in the second half. To me, that was awesome. That might have been
Kansas. I think you were talking about
Kansas. Okay, it was. Like I said, it was another one of them triangles. But that was probably my favorite one. But from what I'm hearing, it sounds like tonight was really good too. So I'm not gonna say you're wrong.
That's the same. I saw it in the chat, and I thought maybe I'd ask you, because you of all people would be completely blunt and honest with me.
Oh, absolutely. Like I say, I think if I'd been around the racing more, I'd be able to have a stronger opinion on it. But I was playing the fuel saving game.
Wait, is this what you're drinking?
Not the same flavor, but yeah.
Yeah, they got a picture of it right there.
So that I haven't seen the watermelon version, but yeah, same thing.
Too.
Also, guys, Modelo Negro is pretty good.
It is.
I haven't been able to try that. I like regular Modelo as it is. I haven't tried that one.
They're both. Modelo. Both of them are really good. Heineken's not bad. It's okay.
Just a reminder, we do have an unhealthily long interview coming up.
Oh, we do. Yep.
Yeah, you might need to kick me out and get on with the show.
Sorry, Zach. We got Johnny coming up.
I understand. I got to come on once this season. That's all I can ask.
It was worth it. It was totally worth it. We were super happy to have you. Congratulations again on the positive result, and we look forward to hearing from you again some more next season. Thank you, Zach.
Thank you.
Finishing off strong there, and everybody brace yourselves. Get cozy. Get some snack. Get some caffeine even.
Yeah,
here we go.
Or maybe get some more eggnog, because I'm going to. Johnny.
I'm filling up my cup.
He saved enough fuel to win. Not only to win, to extend your all-time wins record, Johnny. You also won me the Broadcaster's Cup, and here's to you. I'm taking some eggnog.
Yeah, woohoo! Double celebration.
Johnny, can you turn your webcam?
I don't know. I don't have a webcam.
Ah, damn! You're so boring.
You're so boring, Johnny. Come on.
I know. I am boring.
I
have to get the laptop. Get the laptop out, and it's that's another half hour of nonsense to sort out. But yeah, I'm glad I was of assistance to you tonight.
Yeah, I needed it. I came back from 8 points back, and you got it done for me. That was pretty awesome. But
thanks a lot, Johnny.
Yeah, sorry to everybody else, but let's go.
So and here's the maybe the best part of this whole ordeal too was off the initial start. You got sideways, and there was a lot of calamity that was going on. It wasn't just you that was getting sideways that eventually brought out that caution, but. Did that slide when you slid? You kind of dropped back a few positions from that third starting spot. Was it kind of a point where, hey, we're near that fuel window? I drop back. I'm no longer up in the top three with with Rich and Tate. Might as well go for that fuel mileage strategy at that point.
So this is how the conversation went. We were under caution going into turn 3. DJ says, "I'm gonna pit. We're gonna be a little bit short, but." We might be able to stretch it from here. And I just roll through 3 and 4 and I say, okay. And I turn left on the pit road. And I took the strategy with him. I was like, I felt like I had burned my rear tires up a little bit in that slide. I mean, I didn't really do anything to them. I was kind of just holding on for dear life, but I felt like the tires were not going to be there when we went back green to begin with. So it made more sense just to go for the fuel strategy at that point and hope for the caution didn't come out. I mean, I didn't have anything to lose either. For me, apparently I had a lot to lose for you, Goody, but
yeah, got me nervous a little bit.
Yeah, no, but then once I pitted the first time around, came back down, topped off. I had used less than a tenth of a gallon getting back to the restart zone, and felt like I was in good shape, but from there it was just kind of making sure I managed the fuel a little bit and go the rest of the way. But yeah, I wouldn't have been on that strategy if DJ didn't bring it up when he did.
Yeah, so hey, it's you know, a little teamwork makes the dream work, and definitely paid off here tonight, because it definitely looked, you know, in half number one, you know, I think between the three fastest cars, it looked like on pace were between Cameron, Rich, Tate Lytle, and yourself, and you know, what a way to kind of separate from that battle, because it seemed like Cameron Rich, especially in that second half, he was gonna be a tough car to beat on pace alone.
Yeah, I knew Tate was gonna be hard in race one, so hard to pass, hard to race. You know, you need to get next to him, and then getting next to him is one battle, and then trying to get in front of him is a completely different one. So I knew getting next to him was gonna be important, but so I tried a little bit. I tried to do something different. I underfilled and whatever in race one, and it was good for like 5 laps, and I felt like I had fallen back a little bit, but then I made a charge back to his bumper. But then, you know, 3-4 laps after that, like I felt like I had a chance to get next to him, but then it immediately just started taking off, and it got really, really tight. So then I tried to do something different, and Cam got by me, and apparently he may have actually had a chance to race with Tate, which would have helped me if I would have let him go. But you know, I'm racing for myself. I think all these, you know, the other 2 guys were also racing for themselves at that moment, so everybody was racing for the win. So no bigger picture. It was just all based on speed. So yeah, I felt like I had something. If I didn't screw up qualifying so bad, maybe it was, you know, maybe I would have had a chance to race for it a little bit longer with Tate, but you know, it was kind of on the back foot, and that was partially part of the reason also why I decided to go on that strategy in race 2, because I knew I was on the back foot in race 1. Do something different.
Do something different. It definitely worked out here tonight. But again, you know, we had, I think it was about a couple months ago, we had your retirement press conference for OSCA here. But you made a good chunk of starts here this season. You know, going to that Gen 6 car, is it a possibility we'll see you out on track in a few select events next year?
Well, unfortunately, the biggest reason why I made so many starts this season was because I had in-law, and I was working with Jo and Kynan and trying to help them however I could. But you know, as the season went on, it you know, it got a little bit stressful just trying to make sure that I was participating how I could, and you know, trying to keep their spirits up when things weren't going the right way. So you know, I don't think in-law is not coming back next season. That's a guarantee. In-law and outlaw, we're not coming back at all next season. The team wise, I might, if I'm still allowed on the subs list, I might pop in here or there. But you know, it'll be a slightly different. I don't think you'll see me as much as you did this season. That's pretty much a guarantee.
Yeah, I saw a lot more than I certainly expected to see you there. But yeah, hopefully we'll get to see your ugly mug out here at the racetrack and get to do some other long interviews, because I mean, you got to pester Carlos at least once in a while.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, you know, I was thinking to myself too. I made all these starts, and I had made the first start at Spa, and I was like, all right, I won race 2. I was like, this would be a great way to end it, but I could not leave well enough alone. So I just kept racing and racing and racing, and yeah, now we take the final race of the year. Happy.
It would be the broadcaster championship, and with that, I'm taking another hit of eggnog, Matthew. I don't know if you want to, as
absolutely
a runner-up token here. Might as well go for it. Yeah, let's go. This one's for Johnny.
Woo!
Yes, indeed. But with that, do you have still fuel in that thing?
Yeah, a little bit.
Wow.
How?
Well, of course he does. Of course he does.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I had like a lap extra. Like 4 laps to go. Yeah, 4 laps to go. I got the 5-lap warning, and then I saw Cooper was ahead of me, and still, so I went for it 1 lap. So I would have had probably 2 laps at the end, but I pushed it a little bit to see if I could force him into running out. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, with that though, with your win here, you know, again, getting just racking another win total onto your all-time wins list. Any shout-outs you want to give?
Well, first off, thank you all for putting on the broadcast, to the admins, to Vic, Thank you to Dallas too. I know this was his last race, and I know things are a little bit spotty about how he's going to participate in the future. But I want to thank him for all he's done with the league. Thank you to Jo and Spino Designs for sponsoring the car this season. This is Jo's car, so I want to thank him for letting me run it. But thanks to Kynan and DJ for all of their help tonight. Kynan for all he did this season, racing on in-law, and DJ for just pushing me to be in this position in the first place. Couldn't have done it without him. I've said that a number of times, but it's absolutely true. If you got someone like him in your corner, it's very hard to lose. So yeah, I wanna thank him, and yeah, I really happy this season ended like this. It was a good way to end.
A very good way to end indeed.
Oh,
but
and congrats to Nick on the championship. He was very dominant this season, so he very well deserved.
Deserves that championship. Yes, he does. But with that, we'll let you go celebrate your victory. And if you see eggnog at the grocery store, you might have to pick some up and have a little celebratory drink.
I got you. Oh man, right. I'm glad I got to win you the championship. I'm actually really happy about that. I'm sorry to you two who didn't end up coming home with it, but man, I'm so happy I was part of it. Woo! Coming Rome.
Oh boy.
Yes, oh, I needed that.
Man, if this was only like 2 weeks later, if this race was 2 weeks later, we'd have a new It's Coming something. But
oh yeah, that's true.
World Cup, yeah. Anyway,
It's Coming South Korea. Are they still in it?
No.
Oh, dang it. Never mind.
No, unfortunately. And Italy's not in the World Cup, so yeah. No. The Rome thing doesn't really work, but I'm still just happy England lost. But anyway, I'll before Carlos yells at me.
Do we have one more?
Oh, there it is. There it is.
There it is. Let's go.
All right. Well, thanks, Johnny, and congratulations on the win.
Thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Now, do we speak with our champion?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, that's what this is all about. And we could split this one here. I think it's very fitting.
Well, let's just everybody.
Yeah, we'll. Yeah, we have a lot of people there in the interview waiting, but we had to bring up our champion, save the best for last here tonight. And Nick, man, there was a lot of drama going on, before the green flag pit stops, as far as who was going to come out the champion. But man, coming on and off pit road, you got it done and ended up just enough with getting that ring, getting that title.
Yeah, no, that was a ton of fun. Shout out to Damien for keeping it clean all race and everybody else. It was, it's always nice. I mean, this league does a good job at going green at certain tracks, and that's what happened tonight. And I felt like my pace was not the fastest, obviously, but it was pretty solid there. And in that second race, I got into a really nice groove after the pit stop. So pit stops in general, first race and second race, I felt were, I wouldn't say perfect, but they were very, very good for me, and it worked out.
Worked out indeed. And again, we go back to the regular season and how dominant that you were in the regular season to get that regular season championship, and how your chase offs here started was probably in your eyes absolutely dismal, and to come back and rally and just never give up and end up at this point to cap off the season's got to feel pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, coming out of Kansas, I think it was absolutely abysmal. It was like, you know what, I'm going to do whatever I can to win the championship. I mean, it's going to be hard, but I'm going to go into every race just doing what I can and controlling what I can control. And that's what I did. Damien put up a great fight. Obviously Kian wasn't here. But I think even if he was here, I would have had a fair shot at it. And I feel like overall I was, better than him all year, and it really showed at the end.
Yeah, yes, it did. It showed indeed. But Matthew, we're splitting this, Matthew.
I just put my headset back on. I think I might have heard my name.
Oh yeah. See, we're splitting this.
I have to attend to something real quick.
Oh, my bad.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay.
My fault.
Fair enough. Well, first off, before we'll turn it over for Matt for a little bit too. But Matt, Nick, are you a drinker at all? Are you legal age even?
I am. I turned 21 in March, so
okay.
We're there. I do not. I am alcoholless.
Oh, do you have any refreshing beverage that's non-alcoholic with you?
I have a 1/4 fill Arby's cup with watered down Coke.
All right, pretend it's alcohol.
Does this work?
Yeah, pretend it's eggnog like me and Matthew.
So that was beautiful. It tastes so bad.
Oh yeah, it might be harder to chug down than our eggnog here.
I'll take my drink.
Here's to the champion, and congratulations. Here, me and Matt will do a toast to eggnog for you.
There you go.
Ah, yummy.
Getting my eggnog tonight.
I've never had eggnog.
It's not
good.
Not bad. Yeah. I thought it'd be worse, but it's. Yeah. Maybe the key is to have rum in it, or I don't know what Matthew has in his, but yeah, it's not bad.
Bourbon.
Oh my god.
It's good. Oh man. I guess I don't really know exactly what Goody talked to you about. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. So if I ask any duplicates here, please let me know. But I did hear him mention, the dominance that we got out of you of the regular season. You were good in the chase, yes, but it did not quite show up. Whether it was just you weren't quite the fastest on track that race, or something tragic happened and it didn't allow you to be at the front. But tonight, you didn't really have to win the race or dominate anything. You just had to watch that 12 car. Did you have more in the tank, or were you just trying to be as careful as you could and manage what you needed to manage?
Honestly, in that first race, I did a lot of learning, and near the end there, I got more confident and pulled that crosser on Damien to take that spot, because I knew that spot was going to be really important no matter what. And I had a little slip up there with the 14, I think it was, or whoever it was, going into 1, and made it a lot closer than I wanted it to be. But honestly, there's a lot of fast guys, and I was trying to mind my gaps and kind of just not, push myself, because I knew if I could save and do what I normally do and stay just either one car in front, one car behind Damien, it'll work out. So, yeah, honestly, I didn't push too hard, but, like I said earlier, that second race, I got into a really nice groove there after the pit stop and kind of just laid down pretty consistent laps that I felt good with. I turned my relative off. Honestly, I thought I was in the lead. I saw me and Damien come out in front of Cameron, and I was like, okay, we undercut Cameron, we're in the lead. And then goes to show after the race, I look at my relative, and we're 7th and 9th, me and Damien. So it just worked out at the end, and just tried to stay consistent the whole way through.
And of course, the way the points work out, if you were 1-2, if Damien won that race and if you finished second with the amount of points the winner gets, it would have been him as the champion. So I suppose having the relative off might have made it a little bit more interesting for you than it had to have been. But last season was the rookie season, kind of joined up as it was going on, collected a couple victories. This season you went full time, had a fantastic season. We thought it was going to be you versus Kian for the crown. We kind of lost Kian towards the end, and Damien stepped up and gave you a pretty good run. As far as next season goes, it's going to be a totally different scene with a different car, lots of different racetracks. I would say probably less than half of the tracks we have right now are returning. What sort of challenge do you look forward to there to defend a championship in a league that is basically going to be transformed in how it races just because of the cars and tracks?
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I mean, I feel like the B car is a good car for me, but I feel like anything I can adapt to, put down good laps, stay consistent in. Obviously, I feel like this might be my fastest car, but whatever happens, we'll try our best. I'll put down laps, I'll practice here and there, and do what I can. But overall, I'm fairly, I wouldn't say confident, but I just feel like good chance no matter what next year, depending on what it is. Unless it was the 87 cars. If it's the 87 cars, you can count me out no matter what. But luckily, it's not. Who knows?
Carlos, what do you want to? You got any questions, Carlos?
No. What are you gonna do now?
I'm gonna take a shower, and then I think I might watch some YouTube. Not Disneyland. I don't think the payment is cut out for that, honestly. Yeah, that's about it. That's all I got planned.
You could always like watch a YouTube video of people at Disneyland.
Yeah, I could watch a nice POV, put it on the monitor, and yeah, that actually is not a bad idea.
I got a couple POV videos I can send you.
Oh, well, I'm more than welcome to add them to my playlist.
Are they on YouTube? Is that a YouTube thing, or is that like an OnlyFans website?
Oh, it's it's all categories, honestly.
I was checking an unexpected turn. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything else.
But one thing I gotta ask, it seems a little, again, just with that regular season dominance and how many times you ended up in victory lane, did it feel kind of, well, I guess you had the relative off, so maybe this is kind of a dumb question, but is it kind of ironic that this battle came out, between you and Damien fighting at the tail end of the top 10 rather than, up front from where you guys, I guess, normally ran all season?
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. Yes, because obviously we were fast all season and we were all really competitive. But I think at the same time, there comes to a point where there's parts where we want to play safe, and other guys up front don't really have to take as much care as their stuff, and they can test out new things. Like Eckert and Zach, I honestly don't know what they did for strategy wise, but they pulled it out there at the end and had a really cool strategy. But yeah, I mean, obviously, I think playing it safer is part of the reason we finished back there and not getting ourselves in, pretty crazy spots there. But overall, it was, Damien, a lot of respect to Damien. Me and him I feel like we drive very similar. We're both very aggressive. And he messaged me this morning, and, I have nothing but respect, even though we've had our run-ins. But it's racing. It is what it is. And, happy to have somebody like that finish second to me instead of, other people.
Yeah, it was awesome to see you two guys battle out on track for sure, and hopefully there'll be more battles to continue for championships between you two, and maybe throw some other guys' hats in the ring there as well, make it a good time, because I don't think you could have asked for a better championship battle than what we saw come down to the end here tonight at Homestead. But with that, any shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, on the car all season, Sam Drace Photo. Sam Drace is a great friend of mine. Happy to have him on board as a sponsor. He does motorsports photography on Instagram, Twitter. Takes amazing pictures, so go follow him on Instagram, Twitter. It should be Sam Drace Photo. Just overall great guy. Thank him again for jumping on this season and sponsoring us. Along with that, Shift Esports. Our team, honestly, there's a lot of learning and there's a lot of bumps and there was a lot of, drama, but at the same time, we got rid of that and we put everything else aside and we focused on our own races, and everybody did a great job learning and doing what they had to do throughout the season, and really just adapting the things too. We had new people come in. I thank Tate for coming in there for the races that he did. Helped us out a lot, and it's pretty cool to see him win as well. But overall, Shift Esports, great team. I can't thank them enough. So follow us, Twitter, Instagram, get more updates. And then these amazing paint schemes. Seth Rawls, who races with us. Unfortunately, he had a tough luck here tonight, but he does amazing paint schemes for the whole team. So if you need a paint scheme for iRacing, check him out, Instagram, Twitter, and he'll get one whipped up for you. Other than that, thank you guys for the whole season. It was a ton of fun. Honestly, I really do commend you guys broadcasting every week. Sometimes it's good races, but sometimes we have those ones where it lingers on a little bit too long. So thank you guys, and maybe if we get a non-points race next year, maybe I hope to be up here. I kind of want to do a race.
Ooh, that'd be fun. I like that idea, Matthew. What about you?
I'm all down for it.
Honestly, I thought you were paying attention again.
I'm here. Okay. I had something to do. I had something to take care of. We're good now. I'm back. Yeah, I was here the whole time now.
Well, anyway, congratulations, Nick, and go enjoy your POV at Disney World, man.
Yeah, I will. You know what? Honestly, I think I'll buy a nice VR. It'll make it even better.
Ooh, there you go.
I don't know. Carlos might have a VR. I don't know. Maybe he's got some VR videos for me as well.
I'm sure
no, I don't have one. I do have a VR kit though, so maybe I can make a VR.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Maybe we gotta upgrade to that.
I do plan at some point.
Vic, by the way.
What was that?
No, I don't mean to cut you off. I just want to say thank you to Vic as well for putting on the league.
No worries. You know what you might like. I do plan at some point of loading like a long video file and then putting the camera somewhere and then kind of doing an ASMR of just keeping the camera in one place and just having the audio of the cars pass by as the race goes on.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
I like it. There we go. Innovation.
That would be kind of cool. I like to hear that. But we'll let you go celebrate. Maybe you have to chug the rest of that watered down Coke.
Not a chance.
It's probably flat
It's
watered down.
going in the garbage in a second.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that one. Oof, that sounded not fun. Well, again, congratulations. Maybe you can go put some Mentos in Diet Coke and spray it like champagne around the house now.
Shout out Max Walsh. Throwback right there. That's what I'm talking about. Maybe I'll go do that.
God.
Yeah.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, thank you. Nick Indelcato, your 2022 B OSCA Series champion. And yeah, I don't know. We were kind of, again, this eggnog thing just kind of came off a whim last week after, after the race at USA International. But Vic, are we bringing people in here for camera shots, or what was going on with that?
Up to Carlos if he wants to. Might as well.
I'm sorry, what?
It's up to Carlos if he wants to do this on broadcast. We can do this.
Wait, what are we talking about?
The eggnog thing?
Yeah, share your screens. I don't have any eggnog anymore, and my room's a mess. So I'm not going to be doing it.
Oh well, no, I don't have a camera, so I'm on. But it didn't
Tim does. So I know Tim has eggnog. Who else had eggnog on there, Tim?
Peeler.
Okay. The old dinosaur chicken.
So Peeler. Who else down there has eggnog?
I gotta go get eggnog.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, who else down there had eggnog? Do you know?
I gotta get it. Tim's got it. I know.
I'll just go. I'll be back.
I didn't know you pulled me up. Now I feel like dumbass.
All right, whoever has a camera up there has got to share their screen or something.
Hold on.
Come on, guys.
I've got to get it. Hold on.
Still running on the link. You want me to close that and just do it in Discord?
Yeah, do that in Discord, please. By the way, that link is good for the future, unless I say otherwise.
Again, if anyone watching or listening at home, if you have eggnog or any adult beverage, certainly welcome to join us in a shot here. He's already sipping on it. There we go.
Time out!
Atta boy. Hey, cheers.
That's it.
Still got quite a bit left.
Oh wow, you got less than I do.
Someone's webcam is trying to load.
I can join on my phone real quick and get my camera. Hang on now.
Hold on.
I don't have alcohol or eggnog, but a little branding, a little mellow yellow action.
Yellow.
There you go. That works. That works.
Water.
Let me see.
Ooh.
I'm not chugging all this though. It's not happening.
Oh boy.
Whew.
Peeler's still trying to figure out how cameras work.
No, I'm just gonna turn it on. Just give me a second.
Light now.
Uh-oh.
Here we are.
Oh, did we lose it?
Go.
You guys don't need the feed. You don't need the feed.
Oh, we don't need the feed. Yeah, we don't need the feed.
What do we have in here?
We got. Who's trying to connect there?
It's me.
Ty, are you still using your webcam on the stream?
I just shut it down. Yeah.
No, I got it shut on.
Yeah, you may have to restart. Press Control R on Discord.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
There it is.
There we go.
All right.
Oh, hang on. I don't know if I should top off.
Look, it's a deflated T-Rex costume that I'm never gonna put on again.
Liar.
Are you regretting your decisions?
Dude, so much. That cheer thing is going down like first thing in the morning.
Memphis Marks. Ooh, look at that.
I know, we're all fancy. We got our dual monitors set up for the races and all.
Boom, bing, bang, boom.
All right.
All right, well, gentlemen, congratulations on an awesome 2022 B OSCA Sportsman Series, and happy holidays to everyone. Drink up, cheers.
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 Ooh, Carlos.
Oh.
Double tapping it.
Playing no games.
Now I want more. Like I poured some. Now I want more.
Oh man.
Woo.
Carlos is dead. Carlos is no longer with us.
He's still.
Whoa! Wow.
Wow.
Carlos is all that is man.
Nobody call Carlos in the morning. He will not be answering.
Right. Get this back on.
Woohoo.
On to 2023.
That's the first time I've ever seen Matt, and I expected him to look different.
I officially want more.
Yeah, I kind of did too. Is Conrad gonna? He's going for it.
Who was the first time that expected to look different? Conrad?
Yes.
No.
You. I expect you to look different.
Oh,
Conrad
It's accidentally sent Ty back down, but
No, Conrad looks exactly like I thought he would.
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
no,
100%.
I was saying Matt looks so different. Hey, we should end this broadcast,
I got some Tazai, some Japanese plum.
Oh, we gotta
drink some more. Hold on.
Oh my God,
left.
Carlos is getting.
He's having a good night.
All right.
Hold on, is that the whole thing down, Carlos?
No.
There you go.
I'm not getting. I gotta work tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Just getting a quick buzz
Although
on.
I am a lightweight, I've noticed. My friend tells me.
No.
Must be nice.
Dude, you can't be worse than me.
Oh man.
That's true.
That's 100% true. There's a reason. There's a reason I don't drink and race anymore.
All right, we should end this
Doesn't take a
broadcast.
lot.
All right, that's it, guys.
We'll end the broadcast.
We're getting kicked out.
We'll end the broadcast here quick. Thank you everyone for racing this season. It's been fun. Again, happy holidays to everyone. Thanks to everyone who joined us in a toast here to cap off the season. Congratulations to Nick Indelicato for winning the 2022 B Championship. Until next season, when we hit Daytona, for Matt, for myself, and Carlos, and Vic, good night now.
I'm feeling it now.